Cosmetics, Roto-Rooter of Greenville, You Save Auto Center, Terry's Flooring, Johnson City Toyota, Food City, and by Apex Bank. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greenville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
And good evening and happy post-Thanksgiving Day from Burley Stadium. I'm Ron Metcalf along with Pat Crum and Richard Tipton, set to bring you Greeneville football as the undefeated Greenville Green Devils are home for the semifinals of the playoffs as they host the 13-0 undefeated Upperman Bees. A berth in next Saturday's 4A championship game in Chattanooga for the winner. It's Greeneville football presented by Gateway Ford Nissan on WGRB, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
This is Connie Kilday, branch manager at Andrew Johnson Bank, your trusted banking partner for over 4 decades. Banking is more than just numbers and transactions to me. It's my passion. So if you're looking for a banking partner who truly cares about your financial well-being, look no further. Visit me at our main office in downtown Greenville. Andrew Johnson Bank, where helping friends is our business. ajbank.com, member FDIC.
Gotta get to Gateway.
There's never been a better time than now to get to Gateway Ford in Greenville. Choose from a huge selection of new F-150s, Super Duties, Broncos, Mustangs, and Mavericks. Plus, the Gateway price is the one that leaves the competition scratching their heads. Save thousands right off the sticker. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months, plus a lifetime powertrain warranty and no charge maintenance for 2 full years. Only at Gateway Ford right here in Greenville.
Gotta get to Gateway.
Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is the time to appreciate the holiday spirit, to revel in old family traditions, and savor delicious food surrounded by loved ones. To do all that, I'll need several of Food City's freshly prepared party trays, their handmade candies, the freshest produce and certified Angus beef, hand cut by their real butchers. On second thought, Santa, I got this, because nobody does food or the holidays like Food City.
Ashley Drug is always looking for ways to have your prescriptions filled more convenient. Sign up for their text alerts, and as soon as your prescription is ready, they'll notify you by text. They also offer free delivery for those who don't have a way to pick up their prescriptions. So call 639-5155 for prescription refills, and they'll have them ready for you when you stop by. And if it's a new prescription, drop it off, and they'll fill it as quickly as possible. Conveniently located in the West Green Shopping Center right next to Food City, Ashley Drug Center.
It's the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show on Greenville High, the Greenville High Game of the Week, presented by Gateway Ford Nissan. It's Greenville versus Upperman, the Final Four in the road to the state championship. What a great feeling it is to be playing at Thanksgiving. There are only 4 teams left in each classification. They are the best of the best, each winning their region. And with a combined record of 48-2, in 4A you have Greenville, Upperman, Pearl Cone, all undefeated. Haywood with 2 losses. 1 to 6A Oakland, who is playing tonight. The other to 4A Hardin County, who finished their season 11-1 with a second-round playoff loss. So high-quality teams here in the Final Four. The winner of this game will play next Saturday morning, 11 a.m. at Finley Stadium in Chattanooga for the 4A state title. The Devils hope for a shot at their 5th gold ball. The Bees are hoping for a first semifinal win in 4 tries. There's only one game bigger than this, but this is the biggest game of the year so far. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance pregame show. We're back with more right after this.
Hey fans, it's B. Wilson at B. Wilson Insurance. It's football time in Tennessee. I hope all the teams have a great season and have fun playing the game. We at B. Wilson Insurance offer a variety of health, life, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans, just to name a few. B. Wilson Insurance is located at 506 Justice Drive or call us at 525-4149. Go Teams!
It's the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show on the Greenville High Game of the Week, presented by Gateway Ford Nissan. This is Greenville versus Upperman. Upperman High School, where are they? They're located in the town of Baxter, Tennessee. And Baxter is to Cookeville kind of what Mossheim is to Greenville. In the same county, about 12 miles away, just a little bit smaller in population, 1,500 for Baxter compared to 2,500 for Mossheim. They were called Baxter High School until the 80s, and they are one of 3 high schools in Putnam County. Cookeville High is the largest, 2,265 students. Monterey Single A, the smallest, with 395 students. And Upperman with 806 students. Greenville, by comparison, has 910 students. And while there is no football history between these two schools, they do have a history in competing at the highest level. In 2023, the Class 3A baseball this past May championship game, Greenville beat Upperman 1-0 on a double play in the 7th inning. The Bees had won the championship in 2022. Greeneville basketball team eliminated Upperman 47-41 in the semifinals of the 2021 Class AA state tournament. And while they played the Greenville Lady Devils in the Ladies Classic, Upperman got the upper hand there, and the Upperman Lady Bees won a basketball championship in 2017, 2018, and in 2022 in Class AA. In football, this is the 18th playoff appearance for the Bees. They are 20-17 all time. They have won all 4 third-round games they played in, but they've never gotten past this round where they are 0-4. They lost to Knox Webb in the 1996 Final Four in Class AA. They ran into Alcoa, the Tornadoes, losing 75-18 in 2013, and in 2018 losing 27-14, and they lost to Elizabethton 23-6 in 2021. Upperman is coached by Adam Kane in his 6th year there. He was at Sequatchie County before taking over at Upperman. If you want a little 6 degrees of separation, former Greenville head coach Mike Zeller was the former head coach at Sequatchie County before coming here to Greenville. At Sequatchie, he had a 26-10 record there. Overall, Coach Adam Kane is 65-12. Upperman was in Class 3A before the reclassification in 2021 when they moved to 4A. The Bees are also going to be in a dangerous for a while. They have a sophomore quarterback in Brosden Chaffin, who has 1,192 yards passing. Chaffin also has 12 touchdown passes and 5 interceptions, and a junior running back, Ethan Polk, who has 1,307 yards rushing. Chaffin can also scramble. He's got 900 yards of rushing and 2 touchdowns. On paper, the stats favor the Devils just a little bit, and just a little bit better than they did against Elizabethton, Gibbs, and Anderson County last week. The Devils have scored 504 points in their 11 games. The Bees have scored 365 in 13 games. The Devils have only given up 107 points, but the Bees have given up about twice that many, 205. Upperman's quarterback has about the same number of yards as Greenville's Cannon, and the running back has about the same number of yards as Carson Quillen. One big difference is Chaffin's ability to run the ball. But the on-paper comparison only goes so far. It doesn't take into account the level of competition. Upperman has played a little bit tougher competition in their conference than the Devils. In fact, they have only 3 opponents this year who finished with losing records. Greenville had 4, including an 0-10 Volunteer and a 2-9 Fulton. But the Devils didn't have to get on a bus and take a 3-hour ride up I-40 to get here tonight either. More about tonight's game, a look at both teams and how they got here. You'll hear from Greenville head coach Eddie Spradlin and Upperman head coach Adam Kane as you listen to Greenville versus Upperman when we return on the B. Wilson Insurance pregame show on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com, presented by Gateway Ford Nissan of Greenville.
Whether your regular beauty counter has disappeared or you want a beauty refresh, then it's time to visit Merle Norman. You can depend on Merle Norman Cosmetics to satisfy all your beauty needs, from advanced skincare solutions to the latest looks and color. We're locally owned and ready to help you with expert guidance and award-winning products. No wonder we've been the go-to brand for millions of women since 1931. Visit us today at Merle Norman Greenville, Eastgate Shopping Center on Tusculum Boulevard.
Imagine walking into a bank where everybody knows your name, where bankers are friends, neighbors, and trusted advisors. Apex Bank believes in building lifetime relationships, and our team is here to guide you through every financial decision with expert advice and excellent products tailored to your needs. At Apex Bank, your success is our success. Come join the Apex family and experience a bank that is deeply committed to fueling your financial dreams. Visit apexbank.com or one of our 7 convenient East Tennessee locations today. Apex Bank, proudly serving Tennessee since 1931. Member FDIC.
It's important to have a good doctor and a good mechanic. a trusted doctor for your good health, and a trusted mechanic for your automobile's maintenance and repairs. Now, you can pick your own doctor, but I'm going to suggest the mechanics at USave Auto for your automobile's maintenance, like oil changes, alignments, brake jobs, and computerized tune-ups, plus electrical repairs. They can do it all and offer 24-hour towing service. They've been your local U-Haul dealer as well for over 30 years. USave Auto, 1108 Stamps Ferry Road. And while you're there, check out Greenville RC Speedway, located next door.
Back at Burley Stadium, the Final Four, Greenville versus Upperman in the TSSAA playoffs. Let's see how these two teams got here tonight. The Upperman Bees are the number 1 seed from Region 4. Their season began with a 26-0 win over Fayetteville, a 24-14 win over Lebanon. Week 3 is a 14-7 win over conference rival Macon County. 3 more conference wins against Livingston Academy, 35-14, White County, 28-21, and Cumberland County, 34-0, and the Bees were sitting at 6-0. They shut out Smith County, 14-0, one of the better teams of 2A. They beat White House, 28-14, back in the conference. And to finish the season, the Bees beat Stone Memorial and DeKalb County. In the first round, they rolled to an easy 56-14 win over Chattanooga East Ridge. That set up a rematch with Stone Memorial, who the Bees had beaten just 3 weeks earlier, 48-6. The rematch a little closer, 28-14. That set the stage for another conference rematch, this time last week with Macon County, whose only loss of the season came to Upperman Week 2. The game went down to the wire, with Macon County scoring at the start of the fourth quarter to cut into Upperman's lead 17-14. But here's where Upperman can be dangerous. They kept the ball for the entire rest of the fourth quarter, putting together an 11-minute drive. Macon County never got another chance. The Bees also ground out an 8-minute drive earlier in the game, and that's a strategy that Upperman has used all season. They are methodical in moving the ball, making very few mistakes. The Devils hosted the Anderson County Mavericks last week for another classic third-round matchup. By that, I mean the third-round game between Region 1 and Region 2 has become the watched game across the state for the last 6 years. The winner of last week's game has gone on to the state championship game 6 straight times, and they won 5 state championships. Anderson County came in with a hot quarterback and a Mr. Football finalist at running back. The teams traded punts on their first possessions, but the Devils struck first. Facing fourth down at the Anderson County 37, Greenville faked a punt, and Carson Quillen got the first of 4 touchdowns to put the Devils up 7-0. Anderson County answered with a 12-play, 80-yard drive that was aided by a pass interference penalty against the Devils that had Anderson County move from what would have been a 4th and very long to a 1st and 10. And Anderson County scored, and the game was tied 7-7 midway through the second quarter. Neither team got much going for the rest of the half until the Mavericks drove down and hit a 22-yard field goal to go up 10-7 at halftime. The Devils didn't have much going offensively in the first half, but they got the second half opening possession and took the lead back on the legs of Carson Quillen. Carson's 3-yard run in the third put the Devils up 14-10, but Corbin Cannon also started clicking in the passing game, and that made the Mavericks have to shift their focus away from Greenville's run. And while defensively the Devils chased Isaiah Hall, the quarterback for the Mavericks, all around the field, he was still able to find receivers. He broke for a 46-yard run that sustained a scoring drive, and the Mavericks were back on top 17-14 with 3:45 left in the third quarter. Carson Quillen got a touchdown, number 3, with 33 seconds left in the third on a 48-yard run. Again, Cannon's passing improved, and a 33-yard pass to Quillen set up that touchdown run. And in a game where mistakes could not be made, it was the Mavericks who committed a turnover, and Greenville recovered the fumble. Bryson Myers at the Maverick 35. Greenville took only 5 plays to make the Mavericks pay and took a 28-17 lead with 10:21 left in the game. The Mavericks spent 6 minutes and 47 seconds driving down the field, but came away empty-handed on a missed field goal after a 15-play drive. Devils had a little trouble running out the clock, but Nick Pillar sealed the deal with an interception in the end zone, and that's why these teams are here tonight. 48 game minutes stand between one of these teams and a state championship game appearance. The 11-0 Greenville Green Devils hosting the 13-0 Upperman Bees. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance pregame show on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com. It's driven by Gateway Ford Nissan of Greenville.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, they are always looking for ways to help their customers save. So this month, be sure to stop in your local Marathon Quick Stop Market and take advantage of these great deals. Monster 16-ounce drinks, 2 for $5. Jack Link's beef and cheese, $1.99 or 2 for $3.50. Olaney coffee, 2 for $5. And Quick Stop steak biscuits, 2 for $3. All of this and more available at your locally owned and operated Marathon Quick Stop Markets. Run in when you run out.
You'll find Black Friday savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Robert's Furniture.
Enjoy 30% off all Restonic and Spring Iron mattresses on Friday only and 20% off on Saturday and Sunday.
We have power recliners, children's recliners, and over 200 Lazy Boy recliners to choose from, and select Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses on sale.
We have a Candleberry Christmas candle free with any purchase at Robert's Furniture and Mattress Gallery in Town Square Shopping Center.
Got a vehicle you want to sell? Johnson City Toyota will buy it regardless of your vehicle's age, mileage, or condition. Johnson City Toyota will buy it. We're the Tri-Cities official Kelley Blue Book instant cash offer buying center. So you can go to the KBB site and see what your vehicle's worth, then bring it to the dealership to firm up the offer. Often we pay way more than the quote you got online, and there's never any obligation to sell. So if you have a vehicle you want to sell and you want to get the most for it, Johnson City Toyota is for you.
See dealer for details.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Greenville Green Devils tonight host the Upperman Bees. It's the Class 4A semifinals, the Final Four. Pat Crum, Greenville, Upperman, they both worked hard to get here, and I have to say it's nice to be playing after Thanksgiving again. This is something both teams know. Greenville's missed the last 3-4 years of doing this. Very close. But it's good to be back here on the last Friday night of November.
Yeah, after going to 5 state championships, it's been a little bit of a dry run for the last couple of years, but something Coach Spradlin has got this team fired up. You could just tell them in pregame that the Green Devils are excited to be playing tonight. Got a nice crowd starting to fill in on the home side. Upperman's been here since, 5 o'clock? Yeah. The way stands have been full, and it's going to be a great atmosphere tonight for the semifinals of the TSSAA 4A playoffs.
Upperman comes, they're in Baxter, Tennessee, just on the other side of Cookeville, and they have brought a great number of fans that number more than, I'd say they about got as many as Elizabethton brought the last time they came down. A great crowd from Baxter making the trip here tonight to see their Bees. They're led by Bronston Chaffin, 1,300 yards passing, but they've got Ethan Paulk in the backfield with 1,400 yards rushing. And if you look, Pat, Greenville's got 4,300 yards of offense this year, and Upperman has 4,400 yards of offense. We've got a few more yards in rushing. They got a few more yards in passing. I think this is going to be a defensive game for both teams.
It's looking at it per game, Greenville's got 2 less per game, so they run it for almost 245 yards a game, while Greenville's running it for 215 yards a game. They really get it done on the ground. They're going to run a lot of power. They're going to run a lot of counter plays, and that is just they're going to pull a backside lineman. They're going to pull a wing back or the tight end around as lead blockers in the hole behind the guard tackle. They're going to try to kick the defensive end out. They're going to meet the linebacker in the hole with a lead blocker, and then they're going to just try to outnumber you in a small space. It's very effective watching them on film. As you talked in pregame, they controlled the clock for the last 11 minutes and 5 seconds of that game last week after it got cut to a 17-14 game. So just an incredible job of time-consuming. Not going to get in a huddle. They're not going to run up. I watched one game. They ran the plays in from the sideline, and they're with the wide receivers. So they're going to take all the time that they can off the clock. They're going to try to get 3-4 yards at a time, hit a big play if they can. If you load up the box, quarterback is a very good passer. He's very accurate throwing the football, thrown for over 1,300 yards on the season. He's 6'4". He can see over the line, but he delivers a nice ball down the field. But they don't just chuck it down the field. They wait for you to try to load up the box to stop their run game, and then they'll go deep on you. Kind of reminds you of the old Morristown West games when when they just get 3 and 4 yards, and then Greenville would come up and blitz, and next thing you know, it was going deep over the top.
Elizabethan was very good about coming up with a game plan where it kept the ball out of Greenville's offensive hands in the third round game, especially up at Betsy. When Betsy won that game 24-21, you felt that Greenville would have a chance to get back in that game if they could get the ball back, but Elizabethan, Rollins, the quarterback, just kept it. They ran 6, 8, 9, 10 minutes off of the clock per possession, and if you go 3 and out in between one of those, that's where you have problems.
Yeah, when you just look at it, you think Greenville's got the speed advantage tonight. I think Greenville can get the ball down the field in a hurry, can get the ball out in space and make some big chunk plays. But it's that first down. Don't get behind the chains. You got to keep the offense going, because when they get the football, when Upperman gets the football, they're just going to try to chew up as much clock as possible.
Greenville versus Upperman, both teams with perfect records coming into the game. The stats are skewed just a little bit because Greenville has 2 games less than Upperman, having the Dobbins-Bennett and Alcoa game called because of lightning.
We missed about 3.5 quarters on the season.
Yeah.
Richard did a great job keeping 2 sets of stats, and I've been going with the ones where we did play those 2 games just because those were probably the most 2 competitive games that Greenville was going to face in 6A Dobbins-Bennett and then 3A Alcoa.
Upperman having a pretty good conference, a little bit more even competition from their region, so a little bit closer games than Greenville had in some of theirs. But I think that also kind of lends to the type of game plan that they have with that slow, methodical ground game that's just going to chew up a lot of clock.
I think they only had 4 games. They scored more than 28 points on the season. So they're just not a quick hitting team. They're going to be line up and run the football and play power football and run the quarterback. The quarterback has 80 yards tonight. They've got 2 1,000-yard rushers in their backfield. So it's going to be quarterback run. It's going to be a lot of power plays, and Greenville's got to be ready. The guy in front of you is probably not the guy that's going to be blocking you.
Right.
So when you fire off the line, if that guy doesn't hit you, better be looking, because somebody's coming to lay you out.
Carson Quillen on the verge of setting a school record, and if he does that, I think it will be a good night for the Devils. What is Carson on the precipice of?
Hey, he's trailing Gudger by 18 points. Mason Gudger had 204 points back in 2021 and set the school record with 204 points in a season. And Quillen is only 18 points away from that tonight. So if he can get 3 scores and an extra point, Carson Quillen will be your new season scoring leader for the Green Devils.
Greenville versus Upperman. We are moments away from kickoff here at Burley Stadium. We'll hear from the coaches when we come back as you listen to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Hi, this is Mike Harrell with Roto-Rooter. I guess people wonder all the time, what is Roto-Rooter and what do they do? We are more than just a line cleaning company. We have septic pumping, cameras, and all of the state-of-the-art equipment. But we are locally owned and operated right here in the community. We go to church with you, our kids go to school with you, and we are a company where a handshake and a word mean something. If it goes through a pipe, call Roto-Rooter, 423-639-1221.
Hometown Realty of Greenville is celebrating 20 years as your hometown real estate firm. Times change, but our principles and dedication to our community have not. Thank you for 20 successful years, and we look forward to 20 more.
On behalf of all our agents, we would like to thank you for helping make these past 20 years successful and look forward to working with you for many more.
We're still having fun, and you're still the one.
Back with Upperman head coach Adam Kane. Coach, first of all, welcome to Greenville, Tennessee in the semifinals. It's great to be playing after Thanksgiving, isn't it?
It sure is, yeah. This is our, I've been there 6 years. This is our 3rd time, and unfortunately we're 0-2 right now, so still trying to figure out that next step, and but obviously we're playing a really good football team that y'all have here. Hopefully we can show up and get competitive and see what happens.
What's the strength of Upperman this year? What have you built your team around? First on the offensive side, then we'll talk defense.
Well, I think first and foremost, I got to talk about, just our team in general. This is the strongest, group that I've had. It's not one guy. It's not one side of the ball. It's, we've found ways to kind of piece together some full team wins. They really kind of love each other and play for each other, and that gets contagious, especially in the playoffs. But, offensively, we like to try to run the football. We do have a quarterback and some really good receivers that we feel good about as well. Defensively, I think you got to try to stop the run to begin with. Y'all got a really strong run game, so we got our hands full with that tonight. And then the kicking game, you got to be kind of airtight in the kicking game. Y'all have obviously got a great kicker and punter. We noticed that. And, so hopefully we can not, lose the game in that area.
It's a special coaching your son in semifinals. How does that feel for a dad? Step out of the coach, put on your dad hat.
Yeah, I mean, number one, he's a sophomore, and he's already better than Dad was as a senior. So that's really cool. He's kind of grown into being somewhat of a coach on the field, and that's been a bonus for us defensively. It's really special. It really is. It's really cool. It's a lot. It even goes past my expectations of it.
Congratulations on getting here tonight. Best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Back at Burley Stadium with Greenville head coach Eddie Spradlin. Coach, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, man. What a special time to be playing a little football.
Here we are last Friday in November. It's the fourth week of the playoffs. It's something that's it's special. There's so few people that get to do this. The team has to really know what they've accomplished this season and be ready for a big game against Upperman tonight.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about it all week. It's going to be a big-time challenge against a really good football team. Anytime you're playing somebody that's undefeated, they're going to present a big challenge.
It's easy to look at the game on paper and make comparisons. The team looked pretty evenly matched. We did against Anderson County, and that wound up being kind of a slugfest. Is that what you look from Upperman tonight?
Yeah, I expect nothing but the least from them. They're going to come out here, try to punch us in the mouth. They want to establish they're the most physical team, so we're going to have to, go after them from the get-go, and we'll have to play our best game to be successful tonight.
Is it a game that you think is going to be determined by the team that runs the best or passes the best or blocks the best? What's the key to the game?
It's going to come down to whose offensive or defensive line can win the line of scrimmage, I think, at the end of the day. Both teams run the football really well. Both teams can, pass it when they need to. But, it's going to come down to that line of scrimmage tonight.
And I've got to feel good about Greenville's line of scrimmage. You're without Cameron Lester, though. How do you plug that hole?
Yeah, Zorian Harris stepped in and did a really good job in the second half last week. Cam went out in that second quarter and didn't play the rest of the game. Zorian stepped in there, played good. So, looking for him to step up and have an even better game this week. But, they got a big-time defensive end that we'll have our hands full with. So, it'll be a big challenge.
The team, you didn't have a lot of time to practice this week. I know a lot of what you did, but what's been their attitude? How are they feeling about playing tonight?
They're excited, just blessed to have this opportunity. We've had a good week of practice. We practice Monday and Tuesday, our normal schedule. Then we come in Wednesday morning and, did everything that we normally do on a Wednesday and took a little extra time to do some stuff. And then we got to enjoy some Thanksgiving, a big breakfast yesterday and come out here and let the fans watch us practice. So it's an exciting time line this week. Just special to play football at this time. But, you know, we come in here today and we're dialed in, ready to go.
If this in the end, they know what's waiting next week if they can put the game together tonight.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I told the seniors, this is your last opportunity regardless to play in Burley Stadium. You better make the most of it. And this is all what your dreams have been since you were little. You want to play in the state championship. You got that opportunity. Let's make the most of it tonight.
Coach, thanks and best of luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Go Devils.
The Greenville Green Devils and the Upperman Bees have taken the field. The kickoff is coming up next. The Final Four, Greenville versus Upperman. You've been listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show. Greenville versus Upperman. The semifinals on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
The following is a presentation of Radio Greenville Sports. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greenville Football Game of the Week. Green Devil Football on 99.5 FM and 1340 AM WGRV. Also heard online at greenvillefootball.com and with the TuneIn app. Brought to you by the Red, White, and Blue Marathon Quick Stop Markets, Roberts Furniture and Mattress Gallery, your Greenville Energy Authority, Greenville Federal Bank, Hometown Realty and Auction, Marsh Propane, Ace Hardware, Ashley Drug Center, Andrew Johnson Bank, Merle Norman Cosmetics, Roto-Rooter of Greenville, You Save Auto Center, Terry's Flooring, Johnson City Toyota, Food City, and by Apex Bank. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greenville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
From Burley Stadium, it's the Final Four, Greenville versus Upperman. The winner goes to next Saturday's state championship game in Chattanooga. Greenville wins the opening toss and has deferred to the second half, a strategy that worked well for them last week against Anderson County. Back deep to receive is Carmine Phillips, standing to the left, and to the right, Branson Turnbow, as Greenville will kick towards the Old Harmony Graveyard. Their backs to the field house. 48 minutes stand between one of these teams and an appearance in the state championship game. Quentin Brandon puts his foot to leather, and as this game is underway, it is fielded at the 1-inch line near side. Carmine Phillips. Return is left. Phillips goes out to the 10, to the 15, and out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That's where the Upperman Bees will start 1st and 10. The quarterback, Bronston Chaffin, the sophomore, 93 completions, 155 yards, 1,304 yards rushing. Ethan Polk, number 21, the running back, 208 carries, 1,401 yards, and 13 touchdowns. They'll go with an H-back to the right, Nathan Ledbetter, usually. Sometimes they'll use a tight end, Caleb Tomberlin or Clayton Harris, just depending on what formation they want to run out of. Their leading receiver is number 10, Branson Turnbow, 504 yards, 8 touchdowns. To the near side comes Elijah Fitch, 180 yards, 1 touchdown. They go with that set with the H-back and tight end right. It's Polk in the backfield as he gets the handoff. Looking for a seam. He's out across the 25 to the 27-yard line and 9-yard pickup. Good carry on 1st down for Ethan Polk, and good short down yardage for the Upperman Bees on their first carry. Tackle by Hayden Goad.
Yeah, that lineup, they overload the right side of the line. They've got an extra lineman on the right side of the line. They've got an H-back on the right side of the line. They just played power. They went straight ahead, pick up 9 yards on the carry.
It is 2nd down and a yard, and as Pat said in the pregame, they are very slow and methodical about coming to the line. They run the play in from the sidelines. There's 18 seconds left on the play clock, and they just now get to the line. Going with that H-back and tight end right, 1 wide out left. The snap back to Chaffin. He's going to pass and get sacked back at the 20-yard line. On the sack for the Green Devils, making a tackle for a loss of 6, Emmanuel Dixon. And for Dixon, that is his 5th sack of the season and his 27th tackle for a loss. That'll put the Bees in a 3rd and 7 at their own 21. They need the 28 for the 1st down.
Trying to get Greenville playing up in the box, expecting them to run on a 2nd and short. And Greenville had double coverage on the deep end. Quarterback had nowhere to go, and as he pulled it down, Emmanuel Dixon came all the way around the outside and got to him in the pocket.
Bush, Phillips, Fitz are the trips right. as Chaffin rolls that way. The pass is intercepted, tipped and picked by Greenville. On the interception, it's Nick Pillar. As the intended receiver bobbled it, it went into Elijah Fitz's hands, came out, and rather than falling incomplete, it fell into Nick Pillar's hands. It's his 5th pick of the season, and the Green Devils have it 1st and 10 at the Upperman 18-yard line. 10:39 left in the first quarter as the Devils get the interception in the East Tennessee Red All's red zone.
Just rolled the quarterback out to the right side and tried to dump it off out in the flats on an out route. Hit the receiver in the hands, he bobbles it, and Pillar pulls it in for the pick.
Greenville goes to work with trips right, trying to take advantage early in this game. Handoff goes to Carson Quillen, and he'll be tackled at the line of scrimmage by Clayton Harris.
Good-looking defensive end, 5'10", 180, senior, but they're strong along the line, 260, 240, 195, 180. Did a good job of shooting the outside gap. Greenville tried to run the sweep to the outside. Couldn't get it blocked, and Quillen goes down for a loss of 1 on the play.
Adarian Samples to the near side with Nick Pillar. Out wide right, 2 receivers are Goad and Anderson. Quillen in the backfield. Cannon takes a snap, gives to Carson Quillen. Met in the backfield, tackled for a yard loss. That'll bring up 3rd down and 12 as Anderson County is winning the line of scrimmage here early. Andrew Bohan makes the tackle for a loss. It'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Greenville didn't get that blocked at all. They shot the A gap and was in the backfield. Greenville trying to run the inside zone. Reed shot the A gap. It met Quillen as soon as he got the football. Greenville's ran it 2 plays. They've lost 2 yards.
3rd down 12 for the Devils. They bring in tight end right. As the handoff goes to Quillen, it's a pass into the end zone, and the catch is made. It's touchdown, Greenville. Carson Quillen with a touchdown pass to Zayden Anderson. As the pitch went to Quillen, he rolled out to the right as if to run, stopped, and Anderson goes for the back pylon, and on the pitch pass, it's Quillen to Anderson. Touchdown, Greenville. They lead 6-0 with 9:19 left in the first quarter.
Little halfback pass. Everybody expecting sweep. Quillen gets it, gets a handoff, and he's rolling to his right. And the corner just got caught looking in the backfield. Zayden Anderson slips it, goes deep, and just gets 2 feet in on the back line before going out of bounds. Beautiful catch. Gets 2 toes down. Touchdown, Green Devils.
And they will send off.
First time in a long time we've had the knee.
Colton Smith, the snapper.
Greenville has to go with a backup snapper. 6 comes in for the Green Devils. Noah Murray at 6.
So the extra point try, because you could see our snapper's knees. Quentin Brandon's kick is up, and it is good. Greenville leads 7-0 with 9:19 left in the first quarter, capitalizing over the turnover. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil Football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com. With all the work going on around our community, your Greenville Energy Authority wants you to know they're working hard to keep your daily routine as normal as possible. GEA crews give residents advance notice when they'll be in your neighborhood. Their trucks are all clearly marked with the GEA logo and name. And the best part is they don't have to dig up your street or yard. All of their work is going on high above our heads. And the rollout of high-speed broadband internet is available to Greenville residents this fall. Your Greenville Energy Authority welcomes your feedback. The Greenville Energy Authority, making the connection. Back at Burley Stadium, where the Green Devils get the 7-0 lead. 9:19 left in the first quarter. Let's get a Nick Hershey Interlink Mortgage scoring recap with Richard Tipton.
The Green Devils scoring drive took 1 minute, 20 seconds from the clock, 3 plays, 18 yards. We had a pass from Carson Quillen to Zayden Anderson for the 20-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Quentin Brandon was good.
Greenville capitalizes on the turnover. It was Nick Pillar with the interception that set Greenville up and gave them the opportunity to score. Quinn Brandon's kick goes into the end zone for the touchback, and the no chance of return will mean Upperman will start 1st and 10 at their own 20. That'll ease up your run defense a little bit, won't it, Pat?
Yeah, that definitely has got the secondary now. Will have to pay attention as Greenville goes with a little halfback pass. Last week it was the fake punt. This week it's a halfback pass. Greenville needs something to get the offense started early, and they're able to do it. Ron, I think they're saying that the ball did not get in the end zone and went out the half-yard line. They're going to move it all the way out to the 35 instead of the 20.
All right, that's where the Upperman Bees will start. 1st and 10 at their own 35 as the kick did go out of bounds before it went through the end zone. So 1st and 10 for the Upperman Bees. Brosden Chaffin at quarterback has a receiver right as H-back left. Handoff goes to Ethan Polk. Bounces off a tackler across the 40 out to the 43-yard line. They've got a good interior. He goes behind Zeke Unger, his 235-pound center, and his left guard, 260-pound senior Ian Cox. Carson Quillen makes the tackle. It's a 9-yard gain, and the Bees have a 2nd and 1 out at the 44-yard line. As they go to the sideline and bring in the play again, they will take their time with this game tonight. So you cannot waste an offensive opportunity. Back to the line, 2nd and 1. 2 backs come in motion. Polk gets set. Handoff goes to Polk, needs a yard, has 5, has 10 across midfield into the secondary, still on his feet, breaks a tackler at the 30, breaks a tackler at the 20, and gets down to the 4-yard line. Ethan Polk ran out of the arms of 2 Greenville tacklers and gives the Upperman Bees a 1st and goal at the 4-yard line with 8:23 left in the first quarter, a 52-yard run, and Greenville's 7-0 lead in jeopardy.
It is a nice power play on the left side of the line. They pulled H-back around. They get a lead block and just bust it right inside. Greenville doesn't get a hand on him until he's into the secondary, and he's able to break a shoestring tackle and get it down inside the 5.
1st and goal at the 4 as Chafin looks to the sideline with 6 seconds on the play clock. He gets to the play, gets the line set. 2-1, takes a snap. A quarterback keep. Bounces off a tackler, keeps fighting, is turned away and falls forward. Down at the 1, the ball is on the ground. And who has the ball? Chafin was fighting for extra yardage. Are we going to throw down a marker?
Well, the guy came up with it for Upperman. He's in the end zone holding the football. Quarterback was trying to stretch out and reach for the goal line, and Greenville knocked it loose, and there was a big scrum for the football. Upperman comes up with it in the end zone, but they're going to say
that he was down before.
He was down before the ball came out, I guess.
Chafin went forward, bounced out to the outside, was wrapped up, almost brought down, but kept fighting, and the ball came loose. But it's 2nd and goal at the 1-inch line. Chafin with the snap, handoff Polk. He does not get in. Stop short. That'll bring up 3rd and goal. Actually loses about a half a yard. 6:58 left in the first quarter. Greenville up 7-0. 3rd and goal at the 1 for the Bees.
Quentin Humphrey. We saw him go down with an ankle injury last week. Thought maybe he was done for the season, but he has been able to rehab it this week, get back out there. He shot the gap and got in the backfield, met the running back to bring him down for the loss.
6:36 left in the first quarter. Greenville up 7-0. 3rd and goal at the 1 for the Bees. Brosden Chafin takes a snap, runs left, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Upperman. He started to sweep to the outside, found a hole between his left guard and center, and goes in for the score, and the Bees are back in the game. 6:25 left in the first quarter. Greenville leads 7-6 with the try coming up by Sebastian Stanfield. He is 42 of 49 on point afters on the season. He'll kick out of the hold of Andrew Hughes. Snap is back. The ball is down. The kick is low, but it is through the uprights and good, and we're tied. 7-7 with 6:25 left in the first quarter of the state semifinals. Back with more as you listen to Greeneville football on WGRB, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Civic and social groups and organizations in our local communities know that when it comes to their specific financial needs, they can count on us to help them. We take pride in the accomplishments of these many groups who have helped our communities grow. Greenville Federal Bank, member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community-minded.
With 6:25 left in the first quarter, the Upperman Bees tie up this game 7-7. Richard Tipton gives us a Nick Hershey Interlink Mortgage scoring recap.
The Bees drive took 2 minutes and 54 seconds, 5 plays, 80 yards, had a rush by Chaffin for the 1-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Stanfield was good.
Nick Hershey can help you through these confusing times with mortgage rates. As Goad on the return to the 25-30, far side, 35, bounces to the outside and goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Greenville will have good field position to start. All kinds of flags come in with some pushing and shoving over here. Way far away as looked like Zayden Anderson and Sebastian Stanfield were taken out of bounds together. Who's going to get called for the 15 yards?
Yeah, 3 flags came in as it was on the Upperman bench is where the players ended up after the play was over. It was going to be a great return by Greenville starting out around the 36-yard line. Let's see what the official says.
This will be big. They're going backwards. It's against Greenville. Personal foul against Greenville. Tough. A 15-yard penalty, stepped off after a great return in a state semifinal game. That's the type of composure you cannot lose. 7-7, we're tied. 6:14 left in the first quarter. So Greenville goes back to work, 1st and 10 from their own 23. 2 receivers left, 2 out right. Carson Quillen in the backfield with Corbin Cannon at quarterback. Cannon, 1,222 yards passing, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season. Brings a man in motion as the screen pass comes out and is out of the hands of Zayden Anderson, incomplete. We want to see Zayden Anderson get out open in space. If he'd made that catch, there was a big gap for Zayden to run a long, long way, but he lets it go through his hands, incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They brought him in motion all the way across the field, tried to dump it off on a screen pass to him. He was moving, the ball was moving, and it just went through his hands. It's a ball that he'll usually catch.
2nd down 10, 6:11 left in the first quarter, tied 7-7. Greenville at their own 23, handoff, Carson Quillen. As the defense gets in, a flag comes in from all the way on the sideline, so not only was Carson tackled for a loss, but I bet you'll see a penalty at the end of this. If you're a Greenville fan, you hope they got a hold of Carson's face mask.
The flag ended up on Quillen. Landing on Quillen is right where they threw it. That would normally be the area of a face mask, but as long as they're getting together and talking about this.
It is a face mask against Upperman, but it's, they're going to mark it off. It's just the 5-yard kind, so they didn't jerk him down by it, but you expect a hold to be called closer to the middle of the field rather than by your side judge. So it's a 2nd down and 5 for the Green Devils at the 28.
Crew tonight's from Athens, Tennessee, that's working this contest.
Anderson, Goad, Pillar go right. Samples to the left, 2nd and 5. Cannon with the snap, fakes the give, will pass across the middle. Nick Pillar makes the catch at the 36 for a high construction 1st down. Nick Pillar with a catch. You can't throw it late across the middle, but you can throw it on time across the middle to a big target like Nick Pillar. The 6'2 senior makes the catch and gets the Green Devils a high construction 1st down out of the 36 with 5:36 left first quarter.
Yeah, the receiver backs up. Greenville fakes like it's going to be a screen pass, then they hit the quick slant. Nice thrown ball by Cannon.
And off Carson Quillen. He is not getting his tonight. He gets maybe a yard. 2 numbers you need to watch. 42 Colton Johnson, 62 Evan Briggs. I think they have had their hands on Carson Quillen every time he's run the ball between the tackles tonight.
Greenville with a 3-year starter on their offensive line. Cameron Lester, that shoulder injury again last week. He's been fighting it all year. They've had a brace trying to hold his shoulder together. He goes back out last week, and he's not able to go tonight, and that's big for the Green Devils on that offensive line against a very physical football team in the Upperman Bees.
Greenville wants a timeout. We'll take it with 4:48 left in the first quarter, tied 7-7. The Devils 2nd and 9 at their own 37. The state Final Four. You're listening to Greeneville Football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenevillefootball.com.
With so many home design trends, it can be hard to decide what is best for your space. That's why you see my Popsy and his staff at Terry's Flooring. If it's giving your bathroom an upgrade by installing modern shower tiles or geometric floor tiles, an eye-catching wood accent wall, a marvelous mosaic backsplash, or an entranceway in herringbone pattern, get inspired by seeing my Popsy at Terry's Flooring on Kaiser Boulevard.
Back at Burley Stadium with 4:48 left in the first quarter. The Devils call a timeout, 2nd and 9 at their own 37, tied 7-7. What'd they see, Pat? Why'd they want a timeout there?
Having a hard time running the football to the inside. I think Coach wanted to check on some things and say, hey, we got to get a little better at running the ball.
Samples in motion as Cannon passes. Has the catch. Goad at the 40. Goad down to the 38-yard line. Hayden Goad gets his 17th catch of the season, and it's a height construction first down for the Devils. Cam Bush is there, linebacker, to make the tackle for the Bees, and the Devils have a height construction first down at the Bees' 38-yard line with 4:37 left in the first quarter. It is a 25-yard catch for Goad. Back to the line, ball near the left hash mark. Wide side of the field is to the right. Tied 7-7. Pass is to Darian Samples. He coughs it up, and Greenville scoops it up. Nick Pillar at the 25 at the 20, and inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone. Greenville averts disaster as Samples made the catch, but as he turned, lost it, fumbled it forward. Pillar scoops it up and gets another 15 yards after that, and the Green Devils have it 1st and goal at the 10.
Been 2 turnovers tonight. Nick Pillar's been on top of both of them. Pillar with a pick that set up Greenville's first touchdown. Now Greenville fumbles the ball. Pillar scoops it up and advances it down inside the 20-yard line.
Greenville with a high construction 1st and goal inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone. 4:13 left, first quarter, tied 7-7. Handoff. It's going to be faked, and Cannon's going to keep it down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 8.
They're really keying on Quillen. Cannon's going to have to pull that football tonight and get some yardage with his feet if Greenville's going to be successful running the football. Keeps it on first down, picks up about 2 yards off the right tackle on the zone read.
Cannon 2 of 4 for 61 yards. It's 2nd and goal at the 8. 2 receivers right, a tight end in the formation. Snap back, handoff. Carson Quillen bounces off of the nose tackle at the 7 and gets a yard and a half the hard way. It'll be 3rd and goal outside the 5 with 3:25 left first quarter, tied 7-7, and the Rhino set comes in. Armbruster, Emmanuel Dixon, Bryson Myers. And Carson Quillen will stay in. He'll go at quarterback usually in this set as Cannon comes out.
Greenville tried to go through the A gap, and Upperman met him in the hole, but Quillen bounced off of it, kept churning, and brings up a 3rd and 6.
3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. Quillen is at quarterback. Everybody's running right. Quillen looks to pass to the end zone. Everybody's covered, so Quillen will be slung out of bounds at the 6. That was a design pass play, but Greenville, Armbruster was covered. He had gone to the back right corner of the end zone. I think it was a pass play designed to go to him, and Greenville's turned away with no points here. They will, at least touchdowns, they will come in and try the field goal. Quentin Brandon, 4 of 5 on field goals of the season. The ball is at the right hash mark, certainly a little bit sharper angle, but pretty much like a point after kick. 2:52 left here in the first quarter, 7-0. With a field goal coming up, it will be a try of 23. His kick is up, and his kick is just outside the right upright, no good. And Greenville is turned away. They come away empty-handed after the big drive, and Upperman will get the ball out at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bees. No points for the Devils. Still tied 7-7. A sharp angle from that right hash mark. It was a good hold, good snap, and a good kick, but just sailed outside the right upright. So the Bees get a chance to get the ball back, tied 7-7. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So far, their power run game has been opening up some huge holes to the inside. As you say it, they come out and they line up with trips formation.
3 receivers out wide right. Brosnan Chaffin takes a snap. It'll be a sweep left to Jackson Rollins. And they go away from what's worked for them so well all this night. 414 yards for Jackson Rollins. He only gets a couple there before Emmanuel Dixon makes the tackle. 2nd down 8 for the Bees. 2:31 left in a 7-7 first quarter.
They give you a lot of different formations, run the same plays out of a lot of different formations. They run the play in from the sideline to the quarterback. He delivers the play to the huddle. They take their time and run that play clock down as long as they can.
Bush, Turnbow, and Fitz are the 3 receivers to the left. As they keep Jackson Rollins in at running back, Rollins gets his way out across the 25 to the 27. That will put the Bees in a manageable 3rd down, about 3rd and 3.
The Greenville's getting a pop a couple times now on the line of scrimmage, but not been able to wrap up. Good job of Upperman. They've been able to spin out of some tackles, keep those legs turning, fall forward. That's going to bring up a short 3rd and 2.
As they keep in Jackson Rollins, Ethan Polk, the leading runner on the team, has been out this series. He's on the sidelines as Upperman calls a timeout. 1:34 left in the first quarter. 7-7 your score. The Bees 3rd and 2 at their own 28 when we come back as you listen to Greeneville football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Football season ushers in the fall season, and then we all know what comes next. So with that in mind, Marsh Propane reminds you to be ready for winter by checking with them about using gas to heat your home. Folks in our area that heat with gas talk about how warm and comfortable it keeps their home and how much more economical it is than electric. Marsh Propane, a locally owned company that served our area for more than 60 years, will gladly come out and give you a free quote. So call Marsh Propane today. Heat with gas, 639-7226, Marsh Propane.
From Burley Stadium, the state semifinals, the Upperman Bees called their 2nd timeout. Earlier, the officials had signaled the timeout towards Greenville, but they did correct that. So 2 timeouts have been taken by Upperman. 3rd and 2 with 1:34 left in the first quarter, tied 7-7. Brosnan Chaffin takes the snap. Quarterback keeps, got the 1st down. Chaffin across the 30 out to the 35-yard line. What a hard runner. He runs into Hayden Goad at the line of scrimmage and just bounces off of him and keeps going. Isaac McGill makes the tackle. It's a 7-yard gain, and the Upperman Bees have a 1st and 10 out at their own 40-yard line. A 7-7 game with 1:18 left in the first quarter.
Greenville had 6 guys in the box, 4 down linemen, 2 middle linebackers. Upperman, with a direct run in the backfield, had 7 blockers. They're just able to open up the hole.
2 wideouts left, 1 right. And off goes to Jackson Rollins. He sweeps left, gets about a half a yard. Upperman has about 9 players that go both ways, including Polk.
Is that Armbruster that just got hurt on the tackle?
Yeah,
It's coming off.
Armbruster's coming out.
That's big for the Greenville. That's huge for Greenville. They're inside middle linebacker, 5'11", 195-pound junior, and he is a tackling machine. 60 tackles on the season, 50 assists, 13 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. An Armbruster gets banged up on the play and has to come out. Noah Murray checks in for him. He's got 17 solo tackles, 16 assists on the year.
And off Rollins. Gets out to the 45-yard line, a little scrum afterwards. As Rollins will be spotted just across the 45, close to the 46, where it will be 3rd down and 5. And that will be the last play of the first quarter. You would expect nothing but a tough game when you get to the Final Four. An undefeated Upperman Bees on the road here at Burley Stadium will have a 3rd and 5 at their own 46 in a 7-7 game when the second quarter begins. You're listening to Greeneville football. It's Greenville versus Upperman on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace is the only hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 3,800 stores. With Benjamin Moore's premium quality, huge selection of colors, plus Ace's award-winning service, you can be confident you're getting the best. Then buy in store or online for curbside pickup or delivery. When you want the best, Benjamin Moore paint from Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their paint. Let your local Ace save you a trip with paint delivery right to your door at participating stores.
This is Connie Kilday, branch manager at Andrew Johnson Bank, your trusted banking partner for over 4 decades. Banking is more than just numbers and transactions to me. It's my passion. So if you're looking for a banking partner who truly cares about your financial well-being, look no further. Visit me at our main office in downtown Greenville. Andrew Johnson Bank, where helping friends is our business. ajbank.com, member FDIC.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Bees have it 3rd and 5 at their own 46, tied 7-7 as the second quarter is set to begin. Ethan Polk comes back in at running back. In motion goes Carmine Phillips. Fake to him on the sweep. It will be the quarterback, Brosden Chaffin, keeps it down to the Greenville 45-yard line, where the Bees will have a first down. Pat, stats through the first quarter.
First quarter, Greenville has rushed the football 7 times for 0 yards, 4 or 5 passing for 81 yards, 12 total plays, 81 yards. Upperman Bees on the ground, 12 carries, 94 yards, 0 of 1 passing, 13 total plays, 94 yards. The Green Devils have 4 first down, Upperman 3. Green Devils penalized 2 times for 30 yards, Upperman 1 time for 8. The Devils have had it for 4 minutes and 59 seconds, while Upperman 7 minutes, 1 second. Only turnover of the game was an interception that Upperman threw.
And off Polk on first down. He's got 8 down to the Greenville 37-yard line. 0 yards rushing in the first quarter.
7 carries for 0 yards for the Green Devils.
You'll not win many games if you keep that up.
Upperman is a team that is built on their line of scrimmages. They absolutely play power football inside the tackles. They're having their way with the Green Devils, rushing it now for almost, 110 yards now for Upperman.
And they have 0 yards passing.
And 0 yards passing.
2nd and 5, handoff Polk up the middle. Spins out of a tackler. It's that second effort yardage that Upperman is doing so well with tonight. They are, as Pat said, getting popped, but they are coming out of it and keeping upright and getting forward, and the Bees get another first down at the Greenville 36-yard line. 10:30 left in the first half, tied 7-7, the Bees on the march.
And Greenville's getting the initial hit, but they're trying to deliver knockout blows, just need to get the running back to the ground.
Brosden Chaffin has 900 yards rushing coming into this game. He will hand off. Up the middle again goes Ethan Polk. And he will have 6-7 yards on that first down carry.
It's what they do. They're doing exactly what they do, and it's just counter and power football. They're going to pull linemen around. They're going to get them in some short yardage situations where you've got to take on a block and try to make a tackle. And they're just powering straight ahead.
9:42 left here in the first half, tied 7-7. 16 seconds on the play clock as the play comes in from the sidelines. Chaffin will have a wide receiver left. Elijah Fitz.
We've got a jersey or blood on a jersey or something. We're having to take out a defensive tackle.
They reset the play clock and now wind the game clock. 2nd down 4 for Upperman at the Greenville 27. And I'll fake the Polk. Chaffin keeps and gets down to the 22-yard line. That will be a first down. The first contact was made by Charles Dabney, and Quentin Upry finishes him off. But Chaffin does the damage and gets the first yard down to the 22-yard line with 9 minutes left first half, tied 7-7.
Like Greenville brings the defensive lineman in. They're going with a 5-man front now on the defensive line to try to stop this rushing game.
Wide out right will be Jaleric Cullen. Chafin can pass. They have not got any passing yards tonight, but if Greenville overloads on that run, you have the risk of bad things happening on the passing game.
They got an equipment problem for Upperman.
Collin had to go out.
Line judge stopped the play and sent him off the field.
Carmine Phillips comes in wide out right. Ball is on the left hash mark. And off Polk. Picking and weaving his way inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone down to the 18, where it will be 2nd down and 6.
Polk's carried it 8 times, 91 yards. Running back in the backfield for the Upperman Bees.
Greenville came up with an interception that aided their first scoring drive. Both teams fumbled the ball, but Upperman got theirs back and Greenville got theirs back. But Greenville did not score despite being inside, having it 1st and goal at the 10 on their last possession. 2nd down, 6. Chaffin with the snap, hands off Polk. Runs to the outside, cuts back to the inside to Bryson Myers, who makes the tackle at the 16. It'll be a gain of about 3 down at the 16 and bring up 3rd down and 5. A short 5. 7:29 left in the first half, tied 7-7. The Bees at the Greenville 16. They need the 12 for the first down. They're just outside the 16. Everybody's in tight. No wide receivers out. Well, now they'll send Turnbow out left, as wide as he'll get.
He's their best wide receiver.
Tight end, H-back left. Roston Chafin goes behind him inside the 10 down to the 6, where the Bees will have it 1st and goal. Upperman lines up with their 5 offensive linemen. They'll line a tight end out beyond that, and behind that they'll have an H-back blocker. It's like having, as Pat said earlier, 2 extra blockers. And they go right behind Tomberlin and Ledbetter for a gain of 9 and a 1st and goal for the Bees at the 7. 6:44 left in the first half. Greenville and Upperman tied 7-7.
Upperman now 4 of 5 on 3rd down. Getting them all on the ground.
Polk at running back, Chaffin at quarterback. Everybody's to the left. Ball on the left hash mark. They send Phillips in motion. Hand off Polk. Gets the first hit, keeps fighting, and goes. Did he get in? He's very close, if not in. That second effort is just killing Greenville tonight. And Polk is an impressive runner. 5'9", 180-pound junior. But he's getting a great push up front. It's a 5-yard gain, 2nd and goal. I think maybe more impressive is Zeke Unger, the center, as he gets off that snap and gets downfield blocking. 2nd and goal at the 2. Chaffin brings a man in motion. Fake it to him on the sweep. Chaffin dives for the goal line. Did he get in? They do say he got in. Touchdown Upperman. As Chaffin goes high, goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
He got to about the half-yard line. He goes airborne. Greenville met him right at the line. They drive him back to about the 7-yard line and slam him to the ground. But the official comes in, says he broke the plane, and it's a touchdown for the Bees.
And Upperman has a 13-7 lead with 5:37 left in the first half. Here in the state semifinals, the extra point try coming up by Sebastian Stanfield. Snap is back. The ball is down. Stanfield's kick is up, and it is good. Upperman 14, Greenville 7. 5:37 left in the first half. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil Football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Green Outdoors, the new headquarters dedicated to your work, play, and life outside. For mowing, trimming, hauling, riding, or just chilling and grilling, Green Outdoor has you covered. Work trailers by Bravo and Gatormade, Ferris zero-turn mowers, street-legal golf carts and electric bicycles by Bentelli, luxurious pool and patio furniture, bull grills and outdoor kitchens, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws and more. Top brands, big selection, and factory direct savings. See Miles Kilday and his team beside Pals at 3305 East Andrew Johnson Highway. Online at greenoutdoor.com.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Upperman Bees have a 14-7 lead over the Greenville Green Devils in the state semifinals. Richard Tipton gives us a Nick Hershey Interlink Mortgage scoring recap.
Scoring drive for Upperman took 9 minutes and 9 seconds from the clock. 15 plays, 80 yards. Had a rush for a 2-yard touchdown by Chaffin, and the extra point by Stanfield was good.
And the Bees have the lead. As a little pooch kick, and a flag comes down, and Upperman will have to re-kick for being offsides on the kick, as Sebastian Stanfield only has 7 touchbacks on the season. They're not a kicking team. 0 yards rushing for the Devils, 0 yards passing for the Bees. 148 yards passing for, 81 yards passing for Greenville, 148 yards rushing for Upperman. And the Bees leads 14-7.
Greenville looks a little beat up after a very physical game against Anderson County last week. Upperman comes in, and they look like they're hungry. They look like they want that first shot at the state title, and they are running it between the tackles right at the Green Devils, who's got to find a way to use their speed. Greenville's got more speed than Upperman. I'm not sure they can just line up and try to punk them.
This time they kick it away. Carson Quillen fields it at a 10, 15, 20, return right, 25, 30. Into traffic at the 35, out to the 40, on his feet to the 45-yard line. A good return, Carson Quillen. And the Green Devils will start 1st and 10, trailing by 7. They will start at the 43-yard line. 35-yard return by Carson Quillen. As Greenville brings in Caden Ball at quarterback for this series. Caden with 290 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns.
And something Greenville's done several times throughout the year. They'll rotate him in. He is the running quarterback of the two.
They bring in Zach Chrisman as Caden Ball will keep. He's out across midfield of the 50. It's a 6-yard pickup. Those are the first rushing yards Greenville has gotten in this game, and they come with 5:18 left in the first half, with Upperman leading 14-7.
That's what Bob brings. He's got very quick feet. He runs that zone read very well.
Ball will keep again, bounces to the outside, has the high construction first down. Ball down to the Greenville 38-yard line. Caden Ball, the sophomore, gets a high construction first down for the Green Devils. It comes with 5 minutes left in the first half. Greenville down by 7. Greenville comes quickly back to the line. 2 receivers right, 2 left, including Chrisman at tight end, who comes in motion. Ball is going to keep again. You go to the well too many times and no gain there.
Yeah, I'm not sure we got lined up exactly right. Chrisman had got flanked out like wide receiver and was coming in as the ball was snapped. Greenville was trying to go fast. I think it went a little too fast.
No gain. It's 2nd down 10. 4:31 left in the first half. Upperman leading 14-7. Trips out left. Goad, Pillar, Samples. Anderson to the near side. Screen pass left. Hayden Goad makes the catch. Down to the 30. Fighting for the first down. Falls forward close to it. It will be short. 3rd down, and the flag comes in at the end. It almost has to be a face mask just because there wasn't anything else going on over there.
Well, there was a block getting thrown past it.
For a
that
hold?
was the umpire that threw it. He threw it. I don't know if he saw a face mask.
He must have seen a hold. Greenville's walking backwards. Maybe a hold on the blocking receiver downfield. Block in the back against Greenville.
And he threw it from right where he was getting tackled at, and there was a block that went on right from it, and the umpire came running in and threw the flag late.
So Greenville they're penalized 10 yards, but they don't lose a down on it. It'll be 2nd and 11. I like how the offense has operated on this drive, particularly how they have run. Now with 19 yards rushing. If that gives you an idea how excited you are to have 19 yards rushing. 3:56 left first half. Caden Ball stays in at quarterback. Quillen at running back. Handoff fake to him. Caden pulls it. And like the time before that, just nothing there. And that's going to put Greenville in a 3rd and 10.
Greenville goes trips to the wide side of the field. Has the tight end to the wide side of the field. Baugh thinking fake the dive here to Quillen, and I'll pull it and get off to the outside by myself. But Upperman read it, slides out, and brings him down for no gain.
3:18 left first half. Greenville down by 7. It's 3rd and 10 at the Upperman 38. Trips right, snap back, ball. Will scramble, cuts to the outside, gets about 3 yards. Ball pulled it a little early, couldn't find any open receivers, tried to make something happen and couldn't. And that will bring up 4th down. Now Greenville in kind of a no man's land at the 35. A punt goes into the end zone, probably. I mean, Brandon's a good punter, but if the punt rolls into the end zone, then your change in field position is just 15 yards.
Greenville sent 3 wide receivers deep to the end zone. Bob pulled it down, tried to make something happen with his feet.
4th down 7. Greenville down by 7. Anderson in motion. Same developing play as before. Plenty of time for Ball. Ball, lots of time, scrambles out of the pocket, pitches it forward to Carson Quillen. Carson at the 30, cuts to the outside and goes down at the 31. Needed the 28. It was a late pitch forward as Ball just kind of got a little flushed out of the pocket, and I think flushed on what was happening downfield, and all he could see was Carson Quillen, so he flicked it over to Quillen, who gets it down to the 31, and that's where the Bees will take over with 2:19 left in the first half.
Big series for Greenville's defense right here. They need to settle down. 2:19 to go. Not allow a big rushing play to occur early in this series right now. 2:19 to go. Greenville needs to get to the locker room and regroup. Down 14-7. Quarterback can throw it, man. They're not just a rushing football team. Quarterback can throw it right here.
Twins left for Brosden Chaffin. The handoff goes to Polk, trying to run up the middle, and he gets nothing but a yard there. Now, Upperman is a slow-moving team on purpose, but they don't have to be. Chaffin, 1,300 yards passing, hitting about 66% of his passes. Above average in accuracy and in distance. They just have not used that particular aspect of their game tonight. And with 1:53, they are still moving a little slow and bring in...
only one timeout. I don't think they're in a hurry. They want to give Greenville's quick strike offense a chance to get back out.
2 receivers left for Chaffin. 2nd down 9. Handoff Polk. Nothing there, but a yard for him this time. Maybe 2. Greenville has all 3 timeouts. I don't know that you use them here and give Upperman the opportunity to figure out what to do on 3rd and 7. You let them run all the time you can off and hope they wind up punting on 4th down. Stop them here on 3rd and 7. Greenville's down by 7 with 1:11 left in the first half. Upperman with 1 timeout, 17 seconds left on the play clock, so they can run this down to about 48 seconds or so before they either use their last timeout, and that's what Coach Adam Keene appears to be doing. And he will do so. Timeout by the Upperman Bees with 46 seconds left in the first half. They're up by 7. The Bees have a 3rd and 7 at their own 34 when we come back. You're listening to Greeneville Football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is the time to appreciate the holiday spirit, to revel in old family traditions, and savor delicious food surrounded by loved ones. To do all that, I'll need several of Food City's freshly prepared party trays, their handmade candies, the freshest produce and certified Angus beef, hand cut by their real butchers. On second thought, Santa, I got this, because nobody does food or the holidays like Food City.
The Upperman Bees call a timeout with 46 seconds left in the first half. They have a 14-7 lead and have a 3rd and 7 at their own 34-yard line. They have a passing threat. They have not used it tonight, but they certainly have it. Brosden Chaffin can throw it as well as Ethan Polk can run it. They have Polk in at running back on 3rd and 7. We'll see what the play is out of the timeout. Greenville down by 7. In motion comes Cullen. Brosden Chaffin keeps. He fights, stretches for the first down. Where do they spot him? I think they're going to give him that spot as he fell and stretched forward.
Now look at him. He landed on a Green Devil on his way to the ground that enabled him to kind of stretch forward before he hit the ground.
It'd be an official timeout for the measurement. It was that's a fair spot. I don't move it now. You know, he was going down, and Chaffin did stretch out. Where he was down when he stretched, somewhere right about there. This will come down to links of the chain. With 39 seconds left, they stretch the chain. Oh, it's by a hair. Fourth down. I mean, they're looking at it and double looking at it. So fourth down.
I mean, it is not short by a note card. They stretched it all the way out, had to rock the football a little bit to see if he got the first down or not.
Now,
it's going to be fourth down.
What Upperman absolutely does not want to do is give Greenville the ball back here, and the Devils will call a timeout. So, Pat, your decision if you're Adam Kane and you're short by a hair on the road up by 7. Your punter, Sebastian Stanville, averages about 27 yards per punt. So if he is on his average, you can put Greenville back at their own 30. But the Devils use a timeout here.
I don't think, man, you're running the football so well. You feel confident. It's probably one of those things you get over and you're going to tell your guys, hey, we're going to go win this thing right here. We're going to try to get this first down. But, man, if it backfires on you, you're going to give Greenville the football around their own 40-yard line. So, smart place to punt it away.
They have 25 carries for 157 yards, so they're averaging over 5 yards per carry. They only have 1 carry tonight for a loss.
They've got 11 comes out in the back, Doug, and I believe that's their punter.
That is one of their punters. He's averaging 28 yards per punt. So Greenville sends Carson Quillen back. Now, they could fake it. Greenville did it last week. It's just a hair. They don't need much of anything. The snap comes back. Punt is away and goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line, right at the 30. So Greenville has, well, the clock's still running. Should have 32 seconds on it, but it's got 30 seconds on it. It went out of bounds with 32 seconds. And it didn't go out of bounds there. It went out at the 30. It went right out at the 30. Didn't it? I mean, it rolled actually across the big white strap over there at the 30. Not that it matters, but it's just the wrong spot. The Devils will start first and 10. They have 30 seconds and 2 timeouts. They will bring Cannon back in, probably the better passing quarterback. More patient and more seasoned the senior is. They will go with 4 wide receivers. They have 2 timeouts. Cannon back with time, throws to the outside, low to Zayden Anderson, who makes the catch on the ground. And it might have been better if he'd not caught that. How are they going to say it's a first down? So Zayden Anderson gets the first down. It stops the clock with 22 seconds. Greenville quickly back to the line. It's a high construction first down. The clock rolls. 20 seconds. Cannon takes the snap. Far outside, Zayden Anderson gets out of bounds at the midfield stripe. And the clock goes from 14 to 13 after he gets out of bounds.
Button sticking over there,
I guess so.
Trying to get it stopped.
So Greenville has 13 seconds. They'll have time maybe for 2 plays. They do have 2 timeouts. But they got a long way to go, and a lot of time will click off the clock. Cannon fires it downfield. Zayden Anderson by himself. Oh, come on! Yes, sir, you throw that flag. As Zayden Anderson was tackled before the ball got there. But
Branson
lose time.
Turnbow turned and ran. Zayden Anderson blew by the corner, was deep down, waiting on the ball to come in, and the only thing the defensive back could do was just run over him, tackle him from behind, brought him down before the ball got there. It'll cost him 15 yards, but that's better than a touchdown.
Yeah, which
if you're a B. Now, can Greenville get in field goal range? 7 seconds to go. 2 timeouts.
down by 7.
You got to run a quick hitter. 48 yards has been Quentin Brandon's long of the year, but it's a cool night.
And it would be hard to have a play develop and get a timeout called in 7 seconds, depending on how far you decide to throw it. Greenville uses another timeout. They have one left. So they save that in case the play goes like they want and maybe gets them into field goal range. Greenville gets the ball to start the second half, but they are down 14-7 to the Upperman Bees with 7 seconds left here in the first.
You catch it, you got to go immediately down. You cannot run. You just catch a football, go straight to the ground and call timeout. And that's...
I like Cannon's arm. I'm not saying I wouldn't go for the end zone here, Pat.
No, I mean, if you want to roll the dice and go for the end zone, right now is the time to do it.
Pillar goes out wide left with Darian Samples. Zayden Anderson to the near side. Goad goes out wide left. Quillen at running back. First down and 10. It's a high construction first down at the 35. 7 seconds left in the first half. The snap is back. 6, 5, 4, throw. Hold called against Greenville with 1 second left on the clock. So that kind of makes up your mind for you. Greenville is probably going to be called for a hold. They are at the back of the 46. It's a 10-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage, so Greenville will be back at the 45 with 1 second left on the clock. So that, well, of course, you'd like to have had the catch, but had they made the catch, I don't think in the 1 second they would have kept running, they might have gotten the timeout called. So the Devils will have it first down and 20 at the Upperman 45. Last play of the first half, Greenville down by 7. Trips to the right for Cannon. He takes the snap. Everybody goes. They throw it, and it's intercepted. As Greenville didn't really go downfield, a flag comes in, and it's Broston Chaffin still on the run. Finally brought down. Excuse me, it wasn't Chaffin. It was Carmine Phillips. But we'll see what the flag is.
So the flag's going to be a face mask against Greenville and trying to make the tackle, which will be a defensive penalty. It'll give Upperman another play if they want one. They can decline it, go to the locker room. I think they'll be happy for that.
As Upperman does go, the officials are they're going over and talking to the coach to say, what do you want to do? But the rest of the team is walking off. And I think they're fine with that. All right, let's see. It's a face mask against Greenville, and it is declined. So Upperman is happy to go to the locker room up 14-7 over the Greenville Green Devils. They have had a great first half, the Upperman Bees. If they have an equal second half, they will be in Chattanooga next Friday. The Green Devils have an opportunity to come out of the locker room and get back into this game. But they'll have to make some adjustments. We'll talk about what those might be when the B. Wilson Insurance halftime show comes back right after this. At halftime, it's Upperman 14, Greenville 7.
Taking your medication correctly is very important, and Ashley Drug Center has taken the hassle out of doing just that with their meds dosing packets. Make every day simpler by simply having all your prescriptions filled at Ashley Drug, where with their meds packaging, they help take the risk out of making a medication mistake. All your medications will be labeled by day and time of day to take. Ask Ashley Drug in the West Green Shopping Center about meds packaging of your medications.
Whether your regular beauty counter has disappeared or you want a beauty refresh, then it's time to visit Merle Norman. You can depend on Merle Norman Cosmetics to satisfy all your beauty needs, from advanced skincare solutions to the latest looks and color. We're locally owned and ready to help you with expert guidance and award-winning products. No wonder we've been the go-to brand for millions of women since 1931. Visit us today at Merle Norman Greenville, Eastgate Shopping Center on Tusculum Boulevard.
Calling all East Tennessee football fanatics. Are you ready for a winning play on and off the field? Introducing Apex Bank, your financial game changer right here in East Tennessee. Like your favorite team, we're in your corner cheering you on toward your financial goals. Saving it for that big moment or investing in your future, Apex Bank is your financial coach. Tackle your dreams with our local expertise and personalized game plan. Apex Bank, where our victories are your victories. Visit us at one of our 7 East Tennessee locations or online at apexbank.com. Apex Bank, member FDIC.
It's important to have a good doctor and a good mechanic. A trusted doctor for your good health and a trusted mechanic for your automobile's maintenance and repairs. Now, you can pick your own doctor, but I'm going to suggest the mechanics at USAVE Auto for your automobile's maintenance, like oil changes, alignments, brake jobs, and computerized tune-ups, plus electrical repairs. They can do it all and offer 24-hour towing service. They've been your local U-Haul dealer as well for over 30 years. USAVE Auto, 1108 Stamps Ferry Road. And while you're there, check out Greenville RC Speedway, located next door.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Upperman Bees have the upper hand, 14-7 over the Greenville Green Devils at halftime. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report.
Hey fans, it's B. Wilson at B. Wilson Insurance. It's football time in Tennessee. I hope all the teams have a great season and have fun playing the game. We at B. Wilson Insurance offer a variety of health, life, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans, just to name a few. B. Wilson Insurance is located at 506 Justice Drive or call us at 525-4149. Go teams!
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Upperman Bees have a 14-7 lead at halftime over the Greenville Green Devils, you would have expected a defensive showing by both teams coming into tonight's game. Upperman averaging only 9.6 points allowed per game. Greenville only 7.8. But, Pat, it's been that run defense by the Upperman Bees that has really stifled Greenville's offense, and that's why Upperman's got a 14-7 lead at halftime.
Yeah, Greenville averaging less than 2 yards per carry, 12 rushes, 23 yards. Everything running back Carson Quillen, 6 rushes and minus 2 yards. They are absolutely set inside the box. They're going to stop Greenville's run game and dare you to beat you through the air, and that's what Greenville's got to do in the second half. Cannon goes 5-7, 83 yards in the first half. Greenville's got to be patient in the passing game. Maybe the running game will open up a little bit after that passing game gets going, but Greenville's really going to have to be patient here in the second half. I know it's rough when you watch a team go out there and just control the clock and move it at 5 and 6 yards a time on the ground, which is what they're doing. The Upperman Bees, 157 yards on the ground and 25 carries to start out this first half. It makes you a little bit in a panic mode and trailing by 7 points, but Greenville's just got to be patient. They've got the athletes, they've got the speed to get back in this thing and win it in the second half.
They got a spark when Caden Ball came in at quarterback. As far as the running game goes, I think Cannon is he's a senior versus a sophomore, and I think you see that when the pressure comes. But you can't run a quarterback in based on what the play is going to be this time. So does Greenville, you think they're going to go back with Cannon to start the second half? They're going to bring in Ball and try to get that running game established? You can't win the game with Carson Quillen in negative territory on yards rushing.
No, and it's tough to put a sophomore out there and tell him to go out there and win the football game. I think Greenville trust their senior quarterback to get it done in the air, and if Cannon can get it done, he will for the Green Devils tonight. 116
yards passing for Greenville. They have only 23 yards rushing, and all those coming in the second part of the second quarter. Greenville hosting this fourth round game. The winner goes on to Chattanooga next Saturday morning, 11 a.m. for the Class 4A state championship game against either Upperman or Haywood. But right now it's the Upperman Bees that have the 14-7 lead over Greenville at halftime. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from a Greenville alumni about what he thinks about tonight's game and how things are going in college. When the halftime show continues, it's the B. Wilson Insurance halftime report. Greenville versus Upperman, the Bees 14, the Devils 7. Back right after this.
I think that most of us would agree that fall is the best time of the year. I love it when the air cools down, the leaves start to change, and football season is here. From grade school to college, it's a great time for families and communities to come together to cheer on their favorite team. This is Alan Johnson from Marathon Quick Stops, wishing each player out there a great season. Give it 110%, but enjoy it. I know from experience that these are some of the best times of your life. Marathon Quick Stop, run in when you run out.
You'll find Black Friday savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Robert's Furniture.
Enjoy 30% off all Restonic and Spring Air mattresses on Friday only and 20% off on Saturday and Sunday.
We have power recliners, children's recliners, and over 200 Lazy Boy recliners to choose from, and select Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses on sale.
We have a Candleberry Christmas candle free with any purchase at Robert's Furniture and Mattress Gallery in Town Square Shopping Center.
Shopping for pre-owned? Know this. If you buy a certified pre-owned from Johnson City Toyota, you get a 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty, complimentary oil changes, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Plus, you get our Love It or Leave It 100% satisfaction guaranteed vehicle exchange policy. And in addition to that, every vehicle we sell comes with a vehicle history report, so the history is no mystery when you buy pre-owned from us. See our inventory and pricing at JohnsonCityToyota.com. That's JohnsonCityToyota.com.
See dealer for
Roto-Rooter isn't just a drain service company. Roto-Rooter is North America's #1 residential plumber. From your toilet, faucets, sinks, garbage disposal, shower, dishwasher, washing machines, or hot water heater, Roto-Rooter technicians will arrive quickly to your home, driving a Roto-Rooter vehicle stocked with all of the necessary equipment, tools, and knowledge to resolve any home plumbing problem. Call Roto-Rooter at 639-1221 with all of your plumbing and drain needs.
Back at Burley Stadium, where Upperman has a 14-7 lead over the Greenville Green Devils here at halftime. We're joined in the broadcast booth this evening by 2020 Greenville High School graduate and alum Ty Youngblood. Ty, good evening and welcome back to Burley Stadium.
Good evening. It's great to be here. It's been a couple of years. Things have changed.
How have they changed? It's because you've been away so long, or things are different in the big college world?
A little bit from my end and your end as well. We definitely have a new, nicer turf and really nice jumbotron here. So that would have been nice a couple of years ago, you know?
Yeah, how nice is it being playing after Thanksgiving?
It is.
What kind of memories does that bring back?
Oh my goodness. Well, I was able to speak to the team yesterday and give them some words of encouragement, and just the practice on Thanksgiving morning is such a special time, knowing that not many teams across the state of Tennessee get to do something like that. And so it's just an interesting perspective to see it from this angle now.
What's going on up at Furman? I think I saw the Paladins making the playoffs.
That's right.
Got another game coming up.
SoCon champions. First time since 1990 that we've actually done what we've done, and we actually lost to Wofford our last game, but was able to secure a SoCon victory, and haven't done that since 2018. So it's pretty blessed to be a part of something like that.
Who do you play? Have you got the draw yet?
So we don't know. We have the draw. We have a first-round bye, which is why I've been able to come here today, but we'll play the winner of UTC versus Austin Peay here on next Saturday.
Hey, well, that game is tomorrow, and then you'll play next Saturday?
That's right, yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
How are things going school-wise?
Oh, man.
What are you studying and majoring in?
Oh, man, I am studying health sciences and majoring in a pre-dental track to go to dental school. So we'll see if that's what it ends up being.
I'll need you to look at this crown.
Yeah, open up here real quick. I got you right there.
Ty, if you look at this game from the standpoint of a player, both on defense, and offense,
right?
Greenville's got to get some running going.
Absolutely. Well, I'll start offensively. Just see, I don't know, just things just not rolling here, and I don't think it's a lack of necessarily toughness, but maybe just execution, and that's what we struggle with a lot at Furman as well, is just executing, knowing your assignment and getting things done, taking the right step, and I think honestly maybe it is a lack of toughness because Upperman seems like they want it a little bit more. Greenville's been in this situation, a couple times, and maybe there's some complacency aspect going on, but I think this team needs to come out of here in the locker room and just absolutely just play the game that was meant to be played, and that's Greenville football.
Number one thing that had me worried coming into this game was everybody I talked to in town was telling me, we always win those fourth-round games. We blow those opponents out, and you looked at Upperman, they've never been to the state title game before. All they were talking about we want to get the next week. We want to get the next week, and had a lot of patting on the back, say you got Anderson County, and we'll see you in Chattanooga,
Right.
and that affects your psyche preparing a lot, doesn't it?
It does, but I didn't see that on the team yesterday, and I didn't see that in their eyes. What I saw was a young team, a team that has never been to the state championship before, but everyone's told them that they have before, and people like me have come in to talk to them saying that we've had this tradition before, but they want to do it for themselves. None of those people on this team have a football ring, and I think it could be the same in Upperman as well. So these are two teams that haven't been to the state championship, and they want to get there as quick as they can.
Well, they've got a deficit to come back, but they've got the ball to start the first half.
That's a good sign. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see some more toughness, some more energy, hopefully by our fans here on the Greenville side.
Absolutely.
First thing that had me worried when I looked at their roster, they had a Youngblood and a Ballard. That's two names that popped off the roster when looking at them.
I don't know much about those kind of guys, so I don't know. We'll see.
Well, Ty, we appreciate you coming in. Good luck next week, and good luck in all you do.
Thanks for having me on.
2020 Greenville High graduate Ty Youngblood joining us here at our booth at halftime. It's Upperman 14 and Greenville 7. We'll throw it back to the studios. Jeff Moore will get us some score updates. Not a lot of them across the state. There are only 4 teams playing in each classification. So we'll let you know where those, and half of those are going to be in a different time zone. But we'll get you updates on those, and we'll take a break from the stadium here. When we come back, we'll look at the first half stats and have the second half kickoff. You're listening to Greeneville Football, the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime show. At halftime, it's Upperman 14, Greenville 7. Back with more in just a few moments.
Hometown Realty of Greenville is selling Greenville and Greene County 1 yard at a time. Every coach knows making the right call is what makes his team successful. If you want success in moving your real estate, get the home field advantage. Make sure to make the right call. Call Hometown Realty and Auction of Greenville. Hometown Realty offers you professional service with local hometown people you know and trust. Call Hometown Realty of Greenville today. 423-639-2345.
High-speed broadband internet is rolling out in Greenville. The Greenville Energy Authority has been working hard to install and hang new lines for their broadband internet network. Service is coming online inside the Greenville city limits. And as more funding is available, GEA looks to extend those services throughout Greene County. You've seen the men and women working high in their bucket trucks to install the new lines. And they've been through your neighborhood to let the customers know when they'll be working. GEA Crews, they're good neighbors. Your Greenville Energy Authority, making the connection.
The Friday Night Scoreboard, the presentation of Gateway Ford Nissan. And now, here's more scores.
All right, welcome into halftime. Greenville trailing Upperman 14-7 at the half. We'll get you back out to Burley Stadium in just a few moments. The winner of Greenville Upperman will battle Pearl Cone and Hayward. The winner of that game is in the Central Time Zone. They are just kicking off, so no score on that one. Pearl Cone is favored in that game. Many people expecting them to make an appearance in the state championship, but Greenville's got some work to do. Around the state in Region 2 3A, it's Alcoa hosting Giles County. Alcoa leading that one 21-0. They are approaching halftime. In 6A, Oakland at Bradley Central. Oakland leading that one 14-0. In 1A, it's South Pittsburgh 17, Oliver Springs 0. That game is in the second quarter. And in 5A, Walker Valley trails West at West 7-0. West leading that one. That game approaching halftime. All the other games are in the Central Time Zone, just kicking off in Region 2 2A. East Robinson at York Institute. In Region 5 3A, it's Dyersburg at East Nashville. In Region 6 6A, it's Houston at Brentwood. In Region 6 2A, it's Fairleigh at Decatur County Riverside. In Region 6 1A, it is Dresden at McKenzie. And in Region 6 5A, it is Southwind at Page. We're at halftime. Greenville is trailing Upperman 14-7. Coming up tomorrow here on WGRV, we've got Lady Vols basketball. That coverage will begin at 1 o'clock and tip off at 1:30. Immediately following Lady Vols basketball, we'll take you to UT football, UT and Vanderbilt. We'll have coverage of that immediately following basketball on 103.1 FM WIKQ. We've got UT football as UT and Vanderbilt will do battle in the final game of the regular season. And we'll have coverage beginning at 12:30 with Coach to Coach, and Vol Network coverage at 1:30 with kickoff at 3:30. Over on the Jewel 95.5 WSMG, our sister station, we'll have Tusculum Lady Pioneer basketball beginning at 1:45. They will tip off at 2, and we will have our conclusion coverage of the Hardee's Classic coming up tomorrow night on our sister station, the Jewel 95.5 WSMG. Coming up, we'll take you back out to Burley Stadium. Ron, Pat, and Richard will have the second half. It's Upperman leading Greenville 14-7. A trip to the state championship is on the line. We'll take you back out to Burley Stadium in just a few minutes right here on WGRV and 103.1 FM WIKQ.
When you put money in our bank, you started a chain reaction. We made an auto loan. A local car dealer sold a car. A car salesman got a commission. His wife bought groceries. The checker at the supermarket got a paycheck. You made that happen. Thanks. Greenville Federal Bank. Member FDIC. Banking made easy.
Community-minded, just like you.
Popsy, it seems like there's always something big in the news lately. But you know what else is a big deal?
What's that, Harley?
Me. Haven't you seen my billboard? Oh, but I can't forget. You're a pretty big deal too, Popsy. With a 5-star rating on Google and a 4.8 on Facebook, the customers say Terry's Flooring is the best in town. And you know the customer is always right. So come see my Popsy at Terry's Flooring on Kaiser Boulevard.
You know, heating your home with propane gas will keep your home warmer even on those cold winter nights. And gas heat is more economical than electric. Serving the Southeast since 1966, Marsh Propane, right here in Greenville, has been among the top 50 propane retailers in the United States. They can install 120 to 1,000-gallon propane tanks above ground or underground. Marsh Propane, Bayleton Road. Stop in or call 639-7226 and speak to one of our professional local employees. Marsh Propane.
Ace Hardware on West Main is the place for automotive keys. Our brand new Duracell Key Center programs remotes, push-button smart keys, and fobs. We have over 100 models in stock. Unlock the savings of up to 60% when compared to dealer prices. Call us with your vehicle's make, model, and year at 639-6223. Visit acegreenville.com or stop by the store Monday through Saturday. Ace, the helpful place, 1023 West Main Street.
Ace, the helpful place.
Halftime at Burley Stadium. It's Upperman 14, Greenville 7. This is the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report. Back with a look at the first half stats right after this.
Hey fans, it's B. Wilson at B. Wilson Insurance. It's football time in Tennessee. I hope all the teams have a great season and have fun playing the game. We at B. Wilson Insurance offer a variety of health, life, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans, just to name a few. B. Wilson Insurance is located at 506 Justice Drive or call us at 525-4149. Go teams!
At halftime, the Upperman Bees lead 14-7. Pat Crum has a look at the first half stats.
After a Nick Pillar interception on Upperman's opening drive, Greenville goes 3 plays, 18 yards, 1 minute and 20 seconds to take a 7-0 lead. 9:19 remaining in the first quarter on a Quillen to Anderson 20-yard touchdown halfback pass. Upperman responds quickly. They go 5 plays, 80 yards, 2:54 remaining in the first quarter, tied up at 7-7 on a Chafin 1-yard run. Greenville Upperman would then go on a 15-play, 80-yard drive, eating up over 9 minutes of clock to take a 14-7 lead with 5:37 remaining in the second quarter. Statistic-wise, rough night rushing the football for the Green Devils. There are 12 rushes, 23 yards, 8 of 10 passing for 116 yards. Total offense in the first half for the Green Devils, 22 plays, 139 yards. For the Upperman Bees, 25 rushes, 157 yards on the ground, 0 of 1 passing with 1 interception. For total offense, 26 plays, 157 yards. Greenville picked up 8 first downs, Upperman 7. Upperman controlled the clock for 15 minutes and 13 seconds, while the Green Devils had it for 8:47. Greenville was penalized 4 times for 50 yards, Upperman 3 times for 28 yards. Both teams turned it over on interceptions. Individually in the first half, Cannon for the Green Devils goes 5 of 7 passing, 83 yards. Carried the ball 1 time for 2 yards. Baugh checks in at quarterback. He carries it 5 times for 23 yards. Quillen rushes the football 6 times for -2 yards. He's 1 of 1 passing for 20 yards and a touchdown. Goad has 2 receptions, 34 yards. Anderson 3 catches, 42 yards, and a score. And Samples one reception, 28 yards. Pillar 1 catch, 8 yards. Individually for Quentin Brandon, 1 of 1 on extra points. He's 0 of 1. Field goals for 23 yards, kicked off 2 times, had 1 touchback, averaged 59 yards a kick. Individually for the Upperman Bees, Chaffin goes 0 of 1 passing with 1 interception, carried the ball 9 times, 43 yards and a score. Polk has 12 rushes for 101 yards. Rollins 4 rushes for 13 yards. Stanfield go 2 of 2 on extra points. He had 2 kickoffs, averaged 49 yards a kickoff with no touchbacks. Cullum punted the ball 1 time for 32 yards. Individually in the first half for the Upperman Bees.
14-7 is your halftime score. The Upperman Bees with the lead, but the Green Devils won the opening toss and will have the second half kickoff to start when we return. You've been listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency halftime report. Second half kickoff is up next.
The following is a presentation of Radio Greenville Sports. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greenville Football Game of the Week. Green Devil Football on 99.5 FM and 1340 AM WGRV. Also heard online at greenvillefootball.com and with the TuneIn app. Brought to you by the Red, White, and Blue Marathon Quick Stop Markets, Roberts Furniture and Mattress Gallery, your Greenville Energy Authority, Greenville Federal Bank, Hometown Realty and Auction, Marsh Propane, Ace Hardware, Ashley Drug Center, Andrew Johnson Bank, Merle Norman Cosmetics, Roto-Rooter of Greenville, You Save Auto Center, Terry's Flooring, Johnson City Toyota, Food City, and by Apex Bank. The Gateway Ford Nissan Greenville Football Game of the Week. Now, here's Ron Metcalf, Pat Crum, and Richard Tipton.
Back at Burley Stadium, and the Green Devils start the second half in a hole. For the second week in a row, they were down to the Anderson County Mavericks 10-7 at halftime last week. They are down to the Upperman Bees 14-7 tonight. But Pat Crum, my concern as a Green Devil alum and fan is how well and methodical Upperman can control the clock in the second half. You can't afford to waste an opportunity to score if you're Greenville.
Greenville's got to come out and they've got to hit some big plays. They got to get some chunk plays and get some points on the board. Greenville's going to want to play fast. Upperman's going to want to play slow. They're going to run the play clock all the way down. They're going to the 4 corners. If you're in the basketball, they're going to try to control the clock, eat it up on the ground. If you're a Green Devil, you got to be concerned. Drew Armbruster went out with looked like a leg injury in that first half. Since that time, Greenville's gone to kind of a 5-man line and dropped the linebacker.
The pooch kick, Hayden Goad takes it at the 25, gets out to the 30, runs right, loses ground, goes back to the 27 and is tackled there. So the second half starts. Greenville with good field position, 1st and 10 at their own 28. Down 14-7.
Greenville in unfamiliar territory, not being able to run the football. You look, Greenville has 12 rushes for only 23 yards, averaging less than 2 yards a rush. I can't remember that happening.
And Quillen with only 6 carries in that first half, -2 yards. He's at running back, trips left. First play of the second half for the Devils, down by 7. And off fake, screen pass left, Hayden Goad fumbles the ball out of bounds. The screen pass with Pillar blocking, but Goad caught it, fumbled it out of bounds. Cam Bush is there, and it will actually be a loss of a yard as it was the screen behind the line. 2nd down 10.
Yeah, 5'11", 185-pound outside linebacker Cam Bush. Greenville didn't get him blocked. He got in, hit Goad immediately when he pulled it down. He fumbled the ball out of bounds.
Second down, 11. Cannon back to pass. Pressure picked up. Outside. Catch dropped to Darian Samples. Bounced off his numbers. This is not the start Greenville needed. That should have been a catch for a first down. Samples just didn't catch it. It was thrown right on the numbers. Third down, 11.
Pillar was the slot receiver. He goes deep. Samples acts like he's going to go deep. He stops, comes back, and the ball hit him in the chest. He just got his head turned around too early.
Third down, 11. Cannon to pass. Throws to the outside. Nick Pillar makes the catch for a first down. A high construction first down for Nick Pillar at the 42-yard line. Jackson Rollins makes the tackle for Upperman. So Greenville gets out of trouble.
Greenville wants to get a first down through the air and try to open up the running game by throwing the football. Upperman has came in. They're big, they're physical, they're up front. They're trying to shut Greenville's running game down. Greenville's got to open it up with some completions.
Screen left, Samples makes the catch, gets the block from Pillar. Still on his feet at the 40, at the 30, at the 25, and out of bounds at the 20-yard line, knocked out by Cam Bush. A big pickup, and Darian Samples makes the catch this time, stays on his feet, gets down the field, and gets Greenville a high construction first down inside the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone at the Upperman 18. Down by 7 with 11:16 left in the third quarter. It is a 39-yard pickup for a Darian Samples.
Brought Quillen out of the backfield, and he had a great block downfield.
Play action. Cannon with time. Now will be sacked back at the 25. Couldn't find anybody open. And rather than make a foolish mistake, Cannon wisely tucks it and will just lose the yardage. A loss of 7, but that's the smarter play there. Back at the 25.
Set it up. They ran the same formation. They brought Quillen out of the backfield again. They thought they had that play set up and was going to release Quillen all the way down the field on a wheel route. But Upperman played it well. Cannon didn't have anywhere to go on the left side of the field when he pulled it down. He had a face full of defensive end.
Anderson Goad Pillar to the right. Pass to Quillen on second down. Quillen makes a move at the 20. Goes out of bounds at the 16. That will be a pickup of around 10 and gets Greenville in a more manageable third down. They go from 2nd and 17 to 3rd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Quillen, after he went out of bounds, pulled up, and a Upperman B rolled into him. Rolled into the back of his leg, and again, Quillen stayed down on the ground, didn't get back up for a few seconds, and the official blew the whistle, stopped the play for an injured player, and Quillen will have to come off this play, even though he bounced up. It just took him a few seconds.
Down by 7, Greenville in the East Tennessee Reynolds red zone has a 3rd and 7 at the Upperman 15. Upperman leading 14-7. Cannon to pass with pressure. Finds Bryson Myers on a little screen dump off down to the 12. They need the 8.5. So does Greenville go for a field goal here from the left hash mark, or do they go for it on 4th down and 4? They missed a field goal earlier.
Trailing by 7, I think the Green Devils will roll the dice and go for it right here. That was big with Quillen not being in the backfield when they dumped it off to the running back. Good job by Myers making the catch.
Greenville to go for it on 4th down with 9:55 left in the third quarter. Bryson Myers in at running back. 4th down 4. The snap is back. It's pass play into the end zone, to the back of the end zone, intercepted. On the pick, it's Jackson Rollins. There was no receiver in the area, so either somebody was on the wrong route or Cannon threw it to the wrong place, but either way, and Upperman comes up with the interception and turns Greenville away for the second time. Greenville inside the East Tennessee red zone. East Tennessee Reynolds red zone comes away empty-handed. And the Bees take over, leading 14-7 with 9:43 left in the third quarter.
Greenville on the season was 45 of 90 coming into the night, 90% in the red zone and scoring opportunities. But they've been turned away a couple of times tonight, and that's the difference in the contest right now.
So Upperman, who can chew a lot of time off the clock, takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20. The quarterback, Brosnan Chaffin. Out of the gun will take the snap. Hands off to Ethan Polk. Polk pushing the pile forward out to the 28-yard line. And when Upperman does that, they can take all the time they want on second down because they'll have second and a yard.
We don't see that too often. Emmanuel Dixon got pancaked on the play. I mean, these are big, physical offensive linemen. Greenville without Arm Brewster, their key middle linebacker. It's a big blow for the Green Devil defense not having him in.
Second and a yard. Pass play. Chafin downfield, throws it into no man's land. He had Bryson Turnbrough coming on an inside slant, but he didn't get to where he needed to be. Good defense by Hayden Goad. The ball goes incomplete. 3rd and 1 for Upperman with 8:59 left third quarter. Greenville down 14-7. The Bees leading.
You now feel like you got to stunt on this play. You got to get in the backfield and disrupt this play. They're doing such a good job on pulling around with a lead blocker in the hole. Greenville's had a hard time having plays for minus yards.
They switch their H-back Ledbetter left. Snap back, handoff, Polk. Oh, it's a big sack coming through. And just as Pat said, Greenville gets Brandon Iezzi coming on the blitz and hit for a sack and a drop. A loss of 3, Brandon Iezzi, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Upperman Bees back at their 26 with 8:41 left in the third quarter. Upperman leading 14-7.
Huge play by the 6', 270-pound junior defensive tackle. They were pulling the left guard and left tackle. He was lined up on that side, and he shot the gap and got in the backfield, made the stop. The backside tackle probably shouldn't make that play, but Iezzi did a great job shooting inside and making the stop.
Jalira Collin to punt it away. Quillen standing at his 40 to receive. The snap is back. The punt is away. And Quillen calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 40. So the teams trade possessions. Greenville got inside the 20 through an interception. The defense holds for the Devils, and Greenville takes over at the 40. A 34-yard punt, and the Green Devils, trailing by 7, will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40. It's 14-7 Upperman with 8:06 left third quarter.
Big possession right here for the Green Devils. They moved the ball up and down the field offensively. On that last drive, I thought a good job by Cannon throwing it, but Baugh checks in to start the second drive.
So Greenville was more successful with ball running as he pulls it in and gets nothing there.
I think Upperman is seen on the scout. When Baugh comes in, he's the running quarterback. They're keying on him. He had a nice first 2 runs. I think his last 2 runs, they're dialed in on him.
2nd and 10. That's the worst down in football. No gain on the carry by Ball. Hand off, Carson Quillen. He'll get a yard, falls forward for another. It'll be 3rd and 8. Just no answer on the interior as Eli Bullock makes the tackle for Upperman. A gain of 3, it will make it 3rd and 7. And Greenville leaves Ball in on 3rd and long. Samples Pillar to the near side. Anderson Goad to the right. Quillen at running back, 3rd and long. Caden Ball at quarterback takes the snap. Looking to pass. To the outside. In and out of the hands of Darian Samples. Should have had that one. It's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. So Greenville comes in and goes away on 3 and out. A little high, but Samples could have made that catch.
Yeah, Greenville comes out of the locker room, had a nice drive, got all the way down in the red zone, threw a pick on 4th down, just trying to make a play happen in the end zone. Greenville checks out. Quarterback brings in the young sophomore, and they go 3 plays, 3 yards, and we'll have to punt it back to the Bees.
Quentin Brandon averaging 40 yards per punt, a beautiful high spiral that bounces at the 20. Takes a horrible bounce, though, goes backwards. If it had gone the other way, that would have been a 55-plus yard punt. But it goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Will be a 32-yard punt for Brandon. And the Bees will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25, leading 14-7 with 6:47 left in the third quarter.
Disappointing drive for the Green Devils. You got the stop you needed on defense. You got the ball back, a chance to go tie this thing up, and you go 3 plays and out.
You think
can your defense respond? Greenville goes back now, the 4-man defense up front.
You win on your first drive down the field by passing, and then Greenville goes with a running attack on that second possession, hoping that they could get something going, but couldn't. Browston Chaffin will keep. The Greenville defense needs 3 more plays like that. A tackle for no gain, Bryson Myers and Charles Dabney.
Yeah, the quarterback, talked about him, almost 1,000 yards now on the season. Fakes the handoff the inside, keeps it, tries to get to the outside. A good job by Dabney and by Myers, both reading the play, getting out and bringing him down for second. Bring up a 2nd down and 9.
10 carries, 44 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Broston Chaffin. He scored both for Upperman. 2nd and 10. Chaffin sweeps right. Well read and well pursued by Greenville as he goes out of bounds around the spot in on this near sideline. It's hard to see where they want to say he went out, around the 27.5 or so. So that will be 3rd and about 8. 5:49 left third quarter. Upperman up 14-7. Right at the 27-yard line. And Upperman needs to make the 35 for the first down.
28 seconds on the play clock. The receiver comes in, gives the play to the quarterback. He gives it to the line, goes to the shotgun formation. They line up the H-back to the right, or more of a fullback this time, right?
It's Phillips in motion, and Brosnan keeps. Stretches out, will be short of the first down, but just. The first contact was made by Dabney and Chrisman. The final tackle made by Noah Murray. It'll be a gain of 7, but short of the first down by about a yard. Now, Upperman, they feel confident they can get a yard here at their own 35, up by 7. They've kept the offense on the field.
Greenville's going to answer. They're bringing in Izzy. They're going to a 5-man front. Goal line front for the Green Devils now.
4th down a yard, a big gamble for the Upperman Bees, leading by 7 from their own 44. Chaffin takes the snap. He's got the first down and then some. Out to the 40. Needed a yard and got 6. And that is how powerful the Upperman running game has been tonight against the Greenville front defense. First down for the Upperman Bees at the 40.
So you're getting more blockers in one space than you have defenders in that space. They're going to pull guys around. They're going to line up a formation and play power football. You got an H-back and a tight end basically behind the right side of the line.
It's like the old wing team a little bit. And off Polk. That will be no gain for Polk this time, as Emmanuel Dixon is first there for the Devils. Just across the 40, they'll give him a few inches gain. 3:51 left in the third quarter. Upperman up 14-7.
Polk over 1,500 yards now on the season, carrying the mail in the backfield. Quarterback almost 1,000 yards on the season now. What they do, run it in between the tackles.
Ethan Polk is the running back. Bronston Chaffin at quarterback. At H-back, tight end left. That's the way the play develops. Pass is complete. Left side is Jaleric Collin. Collin will go out at the 44-yard line. 45, 44. 45, they keep going back and forth with the down stick. They'll put it at the 44. So it'll be a gain of 4, bring up 3rd down 6.
First pass completion of the night with 3:17 to go in the third quarter. 1 completion out of 3 attempts for 3 yards and an interception.
14-7, Upperman leading with 3:17 left in the third quarter. They have it 3rd and 6. They need to get to the midfield stripe, move the chains. Chaffin on the quarterback keep. Gets the first down, out to the 50. Gets 5 yards on the carry. Bronston Chaffin, first down for the Upperman Bees with 3:11 left in the third quarter. Greenville has to stop this run.
5 of 9 on third down now for Upperman.
And each time Upperman does this, the hopes of making it to Chattanooga get dimmer and dimmer. I know it's a 14-7 game, and I know there's a lot of time left, but that's Upperman's game.
They controlled it for the last 11 minutes and 5 seconds of the game last week.
And off Polk. Polk gets 5 out to the Greenville 45-yard line. Second down 5. And they will, unless they break one and score, they will run the rest of this third quarter clock off and then some in the fourth. Remember, Greenville twice has been inside the red zone, came away empty-handed both times. No big plays, especially by either team. Cannon, a 39-yard pass, 52-yard run by Ethan Polk. Those are the two biggest plays of the game. Second down 5. Just over 2 minutes left, third quarter. And off to Polk. We'll get about a yard to the Greenville 46, where it will be 3rd and 4. And Upperman, for them, that's just fine by them. They feel that a 3rd and 4, make it 3rd and 3 at the 43 is manageable.
Green Devil defense has only gave up 29% of their third downs on the season. Now we got the yard marker, right? We still had it at second. Now they flip it over to third.
Third down. Upperman went for it on 4th down from their own territory. Greenville showing blitz. Upperman checks out of it, looks to the sideline. Chaffin brings the play back in with 7 seconds on the play clock. Snap is a little high. Handoff goes to Polk. Got the first down at the 40 and down to the 37. It's just what Upperman does, and the clock will go to under a minute left in the third as this march continues, and Upperman leading 14-7. Time of possession, 16:50 for Upperman, only 12 minutes for Greenville, but that doesn't seem, plus the 5 minutes that they've had it, yes, here in this drive. 50 seconds left, third quarter. Chaffin with the snap, he'll keep. And brought down Izzy for about a 2-yard gain. And I'll tell you one thing that absolutely cannot happen. Greenville gets a little bit frisky after the play. You can't give Upperman any help here. Izzy's going to walk, it looks like a cramp off.
He's trying to come out. Greenville's wanting to go with a 5-man defensive front.
16 seconds, and Upperman will just let the clock run out. That's fine by them. They'll take a 14-7 lead to the fourth quarter. They had a 3-point lead at the beginning of the fourth quarter last week and ran 11 minutes off the fourth quarter clock. So the fourth quarter comes, and Greenville down by 7. 14-7 at the end of 3. Upperman leading Greenville in the state semifinals. We're back with more as you listen to Greenville football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
This is Connie Kilday, branch manager at Andrew Johnson Bank, your trusted banking partner for over 4 decades. Banking is more than just numbers and transactions to me. It's my passion. So if you're looking for a banking partner who truly cares about your financial well-being, look no further. Visit me at our main office in downtown Greenville. Andrew Johnson Bank, where helping friends is our business. ajbank.com, member FDIC.
Gotta get to Gateway.
There's never been a better time than now to get to Gateway Nissan in Greenville. Choose from a huge selection of new Sentras, Altimas, Frontiers, Rogues, and Pathfinders. Plus, the Gateway price is the one that leaves the competition scratching their heads. Save thousands right off the sticker. Get 0% financing for up to 60 months, plus a lifetime powertrain warranty and no charge maintenance for 2 full years. Only at Gateway Nissan right here in Greenville.
Gotta get to Gateway.
Somebody's season comes to an end in 12 minutes. The Upperman Bees have the advantage. They lead 14-7 as the fourth quarter begins, and the Bees have it at the Greenville 36. Snap is back. The handoff, Ethan Polk We'll get a couple down to around the 32-yard line and give a 3rd and 6 for the Bees. Pat Crum has a look at stats through 3 quarters.
Greenville, 15 rushes, 19 yards. 13 of 18 passes, 182 yards. 33 total plays, 201 yards by the Green Devils. For Upperman, 37 rushes, 199 yards. 1 of 3 passing for 3 yards. 40 offensive plays, 202 yards of offense. Greenville with 10 first downs, Upperman 10 first downs. Greenville's had the ball for 12-23, Upperman 23-37.
Upperman up by 7. If they go up by 14 in the 4th quarter, your defense better do something special. So no gain there for Upperman as Chaffin will keep, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Bees went for it 4th down at their own 30, but it was 4th and maybe a yard. Now they have a 4th and 6. They're well out of field goal range. They're not in a great punting area of the field. And Coach Adam Kane's going to keep his offense out there. 10:54 left in the game. If your defense has a stand, they have to play it here for the Green Devils. The Upperman Bees, if you've got a 4th and 6 in you, you better get it. And tonight they are averaging per carry 39 carries, 202 yards. So about 5.5 yards per carry.
Not lined up right.
Snap back, handoff, and tackled short of the first down marker should be Jackson Rollins. He's close, but appears to be short. We'll see where the exact spot is. It's at the 27. That's short, first down Greenville, so the defense holds.
Greenville expecting them to run some more time off the clock. They weren't lined up exactly right. The defensive backs were all yelling at each other how to switch over. Upperman snaps it, goes off the right tackle between the right guard or right tackle and right tight end, and almost picked up the first down on the right side, but Greenville gets the stop. Only trailing by 7, 10:21 to go in this game, but it feels like you've got to score on this drive. You give it back to Upperman, you may not get the ball back again.
They bring in Cannon at quarterback here. The passing game has worked tonight. The running game has not. Cannon at quarterback with 2 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff, Carson Quillen. No, it's Cannon on the keeper. Cannon will get great positive yardage out to the 37. That's, the 32. About a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be a good second down. A first down carry of 5 for Cannon. It gives the defense something else to chew on besides keying on Carson Quillen, who tonight only has 20 yards rushing.
Look for number 1 down the sideline right here. It'd be a nice time to get Zayden Anderson deep.
3 yards rushing. 1 yard rushing. 1 yard rushing.
Got the safety out of the middle of the field.
Handoff goes to Quillen, tries to get to the outside, tries to get a stiff arm, and he'll lose 5. Nope, still on his feet. He'll lose 8. As he went backwards, trying to make something happen. We'll go into negative territory on the carries tonight for Carson Quillen as he will lose about 7. 9:27 left in the game.
Like that formation for a deep ball to Anderson. Anderson's got more speed than anybody that's on him. They had the safety out of the middle of the field. One-on-one coverage with a corner, and Zayden Anderson's going to blow by him all night.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 12 for the Devils from their own 26, down by 7. Cannon hit, drops it. You want to say it's an incomplete pass. It just floated forward about a yard. They are going to say that he was in the passing motion, and it was not a fumble, which would have been disastrous, but a incomplete pass, not much better. As Greenville goes 3 and out, they'll punt it away, and 8:59 left in the clock for Upperman. They could run out the time. That's the way their offense operates. Greenville is in a world of hurt right now.
So I think it was Gold sent him deep. Anderson faked the screen, and Cannon was looking, and then as he threw it, he got hit. The ball just goes forward and is incomplete.
You fake it here?
If you've got a good one.
You're punted away. It's a beautiful punt by Quentin Brandon, and they make a fair catch. Upperman does back at the 32, Carmine Phillips. But my thought there is if you fake it, if you punt it away, your defense has to force Upperman into a 3 and out here. They pick up a first down here, they'll run 5 minutes off this clock. If you let them score here, You've got to have 2 possessions in a game that against Upperman you won't get 2 possessions against.
I think Greenville's going with a 5-man defensive front. Cameron Lester not able to go tonight. A senior senior offensive lineman that plays on the defensive line as well. Quentin Humphrey's got a bad ankle on that line. But when Armbruster goes out as linebacker, I think this is the only chance you've got to stop him is beat him at the line of scrimmage.
Johnston Chaffin on the carry, sweeps right, back to the inside, still on his feet, has the first down, gets out to the 45-yard line and runs right into Carson Quillen. He'll get 15 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10 for the Upperman Bees. 8:42 left in the game. The Bees up by 7. Upperman out at the 45.
Quarterback took a pop on that play. He's laboring coming back to the huddle. Bends over, waiting on the receiver to come bring him the play.
Chafin out of the shotgun has Ethan Falk in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. First down. Chaffin keeps his eye on that play clock. The snap, handoff, Jackson Rollins, the other running back. Rollins gets forward for 8. And that will be worse than a first down. That puts them in a 2nd and 1 with 7:58 left.
Now, 2nd and 1 tonight. They've chucked it deep a couple of times out of 2nd and 1. I don't think you will right now. I think they're going to try to power it ahead.
They have 22 seconds on the play clock, so we'll be down to 7:20 before they snap it, and down to 6.5 before they would have to get a 3rd down play off if they don't make it here, and then under 6 minutes on a 4th down play. Upperman leading 14-7. Handoff goes to Rollins. He will get out about a yard and make it 3rd and 1 with 7:20 left in the game. It's odd to be counting down the clock with 7 minutes plus left.
But after watching them run the last 11 minutes off last week, you know what they're capable of. Now 43 rushes, 228 yards on the ground. They're 6 of 11 on 3rd down conversions. Greenville's got to come up with a stop.
Under 7 minutes left in the game, 3rd and a yard. Pat said it. They have to get a stop. They have to get 2 stops here. A first down, runs another 3 minutes off the clock. Johnston Chaffin takes the snap, rushes right, cuts back up, has the first down to the 40-yard line, the 41. 1st and 10 Bees, 6:35 left in the game. The gain of 5. Upperman had an interception earlier in the game. That's the only turnover of the game. I wouldn't say that when Greenville has the ball. A lot of times that jinxes you, so I'll say it a second time. Upperman hadn't had a turnover since early in the game.
Greenville checks out one of their defensive linemen, brings in a corner.
1st and 10. Bees, 6:15 left in the game. Chafin just with his hands on his hip. He's watching that play clock. He's going to let it get down under 10 seconds before he even sets the offense. They'll take the snap. Handoff to Rollins. Rollins down to the 38. 2nd down. Under 6 minutes. 14-7, Upperman leading Greenville. 2nd down, 6. Upperman gets a first down if they get down to the 31.
They're going to hold the ball out front as long as you set in the zone. Right? That's what it feels like. It's one of the basketball games. They used to run a 4 corners.
They're not going to throw. They're not going to put the ball up in the air, Pat. Bad things can happen there. They have been successful on the ground. 5:25 left in the game. 2nd down, 6. Handoff Jackson Rollins. He'll get inside the 35 to the 34 where it will be 3rd down and 3. But remember when I said with 7:50 it's odd to be counting down the clock? Well, now the clock's at 5:07. They run off almost 3 minutes off, and Greenville says, we got to call some timeouts. We've got to get the ball back. Got to get our defense.
Odd to see you having to burn timeouts with 5 minutes to go, but I think Coach Spradlin says if we don't get a stop right here, they're going to burn off so much clock that We're not going to have.
In another game, this would be like trying to get the ball back with less than 2 minutes left.
Exactly.
The way Upperman runs. 14-7, the Bees lead. The score was 14-7 at halftime. What's happened here in the second half, Pat? Possession-wise. Well, okay. Greenville went 8 plays, 59 yards, and interception. On their first possession of the second half, they got inside the red zone, threw the pick in the end zone. They held Upperman to 3 and out and a punt. Then Greenville went 3 and out. Upperman put together a 14-play, 47-yard drive, but they turned it over on downs. They ran 8:26 off the clock. They've run almost 9 minutes off the clock on this possession. 17 minutes of play clock run off by Upperman on the last 2 possessions. And there's 5 minutes, 7 seconds left in the game. 3rd down, 3 Bs at the Greenville 34, and the Devils call a timeout. Upperman gets a first down at the 31. They bring in Ethan Polk back at running back, Chaffin at quarterback. Everybody's in tight. Hand off Polk. He's got the first down. Hasmore at the 20, at the 15, down to the 10, tiptoeing down the sidelines and out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Upperman Bees with 4:59 left in the game.
Greenville sent everybody, and Upperman hits it. They go behind their right tackle. Right H-back opens up the hole and breaks it off down the sideline by Ethan Polk for 29 yards.
Upperman with
Greenville would have been better off if he'd have scored.
Yeah. Upperman at the 5-yard line has a 1st and goal. 5 minutes left in the game. You hear people talking about would it have been better if they scored, and do you let somebody score? As ridiculous as that sounds sometimes. Ethan Polk will get the handoff, and he'll go down to the 1-yard line with 4:53. So Upperman, if they punch it in here, will give Greenville about 4 minutes, but Greenville has to score twice. So they would have to score quickly and then get an onside kick. The ball at the half-yard line. Greenville's been inside the red zone twice tonight, came away empty-handed 2 times. They scored on their first drive and not since. The running game non-existent tonight. Greenville only 17 yards rushing. 4:18 left in the game. Upperman up by 7, knocking on the door. 2nd and goal at the 1. Polk the handoff. Stop short, 3rd down. So the clock continues to run. 4:03 left. And with the play clock at 40 seconds, Upperman will snap this with about 3:20 left in the game. 3rd down. A field goal here for Upperman is just as bad as a touchdown almost. It would make it a 2-possession game. 15 seconds on the play clock, 3:33 left in the game. 10 seconds on the play clock. Chaffin will take the snap. Hands off Polk. He goes into the end zone. Nope. Looked like he got in. All of Upperman says he's in. Now the officials say he's in. Touchdown, Upperman. 3:14 left in the game, and the Upperman Bees take a 20-7 lead over the Greenville Green Devils with 3:14 left till the Bees can make a trip to Chattanooga next week.
And the line judge had to come all the way into the middle of the field to try to figure out where he was at, and he was laying, looked like about half his body was laying over the goal.
So Upperman on the point after try by Sebastian Stanfill to go up by 14. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Upperman 21, Greenville 7, 3:14 left in the game. Back with more as you listen to Green Devil Football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is the time to appreciate the holiday spirit, to revel in old family traditions, and savor delicious food surrounded by loved ones. To do all that, I'll need several of Food City's freshly prepared party trays, their handmade candies, ooh, the freshest produce and certified Angus beef, hand-cut by their real butchers. On second thought, Santa, I got this, because nobody does food or the holidays like Food City.
Back at Burley Stadium, where the Upperman Bees are 3-14 from punching their ticket to the state championship game. Let's get a Nick Hershey Interlink Mortgage scoring recap with Richard Tipton.
Upperman's drive took 5 minutes and 38 seconds from the clock. 10 plays, 67 yards, had a rush by Paulk for the 1-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Stanfield was good.
So Greenville needs a lot of magic here. On the return, a little pooch kick. To the 30, to the 35, Nick Pillar spins out to the 40, to the 42. So if Greenville has any magic, that's Goad on the return. If Greenville has any magic, they've got to pull it out here. We've dropped balls tonight. We've been ineffective running the ball. Played relatively penalty-free, had a turnover, interception in the end zone. But Upperman, I've got to... We talk about a great real estate and auction player of the game. The Upperman Bees offensive line and defensive line have controlled this game. So to pass outside, the catch is made by Zayden Anderson across the midfield stripe. He'll get about 7 as Greenville wants to move quickly down the field. They have 2 timeouts, 3:01 left in the game. But even a score here, you have to stop Anderson, or you have to stop, rather, Upperman.
You're going onside kick.
Yeah. Yeah. Cannon to pass on second down. Catch is made. Goad. He falls down trying to get out of bounds. Can't. Greenville needs to get quickly to the line. 2:53 left.
Picked up the first down. Stop the clock.
At the 38, a high construction first down. The clock rolls with 2:50. Cannon with 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. To pass downfield, looking for Anderson in the end zone. Anderson's open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Greenville. So Greenville has life. They have hopes. But good things have got to happen on the onside kick attempt. First, you got to make the extra point.
Cannon looks to his left, turns, comes back to his right side. Zayden Anderson just blew by the defensive back. Too much speed. Into the end zone, the ball thrown to him. He did a great job keeping his elbows together to pull that ball in. Get the score on the board, 2:39 to go.
The point after try with 2:39 left in the game to make it a 7-point game. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. It's 21-14. 2:39 left in the game. I'll bet you we got an onside kick coming up next. You're listening to Greeneville Football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
There's an app for almost anything, and now including your prescriptions at Ashley Drug Center. That's right. All you need to do is text RX Local to 64890 to use the app to order and manage refills from your phone. You can also text pharmacist with the app messenger. It's just another service Ashley Drug offers to make prescription filling easy and convenient. Text RX Local to 64890. Ashley Drug, West Green Shopping Center.
Back at Burley Stadium, 2:39 left in the game. An onside kick attempt. I bet you is coming up. Let's get a Nick Hershey Interlink Mortgage scoring recap with Richard Tipton.
The Green Devils scoring drive took 35 seconds from the clock. 3 plays, 56 yards. Had a pass from Corbin Cannon to Zayden Anderson for the 38-yard touchdown, and the extra point by Quentin Brandon was good.
And it will be up to Brandon now and the Good Hands team for Upperman.
Upperman's got 10 people within 10 yards to the 50-yard line.
Brandon at the far hash mark, angled towards us. Here's the kick. It's got to go 10 yards. It goes up in the air, and Upperman recovers it at the 48. So 2:38 left in the game. Greenville has 2 timeouts. They have to stop Upperman. They can get the ball back here, but they'll have seconds only and no timeouts if they make the tackles here.
2 timeouts right now for the Green Devils. Upperman first down just at the 49-yard line. The ball's touching the 49-yard line of the Green Devils. Got any stops left in you. Greenville's got to come up with it now.
And Upperman can't afford to turn it over. 2:38 left in the game. Upperman up by 7. Rosden Chaffin, the quarterback. Ethan Palkett running back. One wide receiver out right is Turnbow. Chaffin with the snap, handoff Palk. Tackled by Bryson Myers, no gain. And no timeout yet. 2:30. So Coach Eddie Spradlin is going to be wise with his timeouts here. Upperman will run this down to about 1:50. It's a loss of 1. And then if Greenville can get a stop here and use 2 timeouts, then they may have more time on the clock. 23 seconds on the play clock. That means we'll go down to about 1:50 or so before Upperman will snap. They're up by 7. Upperman certainly would like a first down.
Overloaded to the right side.
Snap back, handoff Palk. Tackled, no gain. Loss of 1. Greenville calls a timeout with 1:48 left in the game. Now it's 3rd down and 11. Greenville has 1 timeout left. If they get a defensive stop here, they can get the ball back with 1.5 minutes or so. And Greenville strutting on defense. They've had 2 great plays, but they need 1 more.
No way you put the ball in the air if you're Upperman. You're running this all the way. It's going to be a power run. 3rd down and 12 for the Green Devils. 1 timeout remaining. The ball now on the Upperman 49-yard line. 1:48 remaining. Upperman, 52 rushes, 272 yards. They're 9 of 14 on 3rd down. Can the Green Devils reach down deep and come up with a stop?
17 yards rushing for Greenville. I could not have imagined that kind of a night. I thought Greenville would have an upper hand in the running game. All right, 3rd down. Everybody's on their feet, both sides of the stadium. The season will come down to this. 1:48 left in the game, 3rd and 12. Rosden Chaffin at quarterback. Ethan Palkett running back for the Upperman Bees. They lead by 7. 3rd down and 12. They need to get to the Greenville 39. Greenville showing blitz. Plenty of time on the play clock as Chaffin looks to the sideline. 13 seconds on the play clock. The game clock not running because of the timeout. Chaffin runs to the right. He got the first down right at the marker. Rosden Chaffin, a first down for the Upperman Bees. Oh no, what a spot.
They run a sweep to that wide side of the field. He got hit and fell. It looked like
4th down.
Maybe just a leak short. And remember, the nose was just touching the 49-yard line when they got it. The ball is just short of the 39-yard line, and it's 4th down.
They need inches. 1:17 left in the game. 17 seconds left on the play clock. Coach Kane saying, watch the play clock. Watch the play clock. 4th and inches. He's going to call a timeout. Coach Adam Kane in the official's ear calls the timeout with 59 seconds left in the game. Rosden Chaffin on 3rd down, bounced to the outside, was hit 2 or 3 times, but made the play. And Upperman has done that with the running game time after time tonight. They are an inch away from going to Chattanooga. Greenville, if they get a stop here, would have 1 minute and a timeout. I'm fine with that. But they have to stop Upperman here.
Got to get a stop right now. 59 seconds remaining, 4th and inches. On the 3rd and 12, it was just a sweep to the outside. Greenville trying to sell out and commit to stopping the inside run. Great job by Chaffin. The quarterback rolls out. Oh, it looked like he was almost going to get that first down, but now it comes down to 4th down and inches. Can the Green Devils get a stop and get the ball back?
I thought he had it. So Upperman needs only inches. 4th down. 59 seconds left. The season on the line for the Green Devils. Upperman leading 21-14. Chaffin out of the shotgun. Greenville has only one timeout left. They want to show blitz, but they can't get in the neutral zone and give them the first down and give the game away.
Everybody's got
10,
everybody's
9, 8, and Upperman wanted to try to get Greenville offsides. They can't, so Upperman uses the second of their 3 timeouts. And you're right, Pat. Everybody was ready to go and ready to fire off. I hope in the huddle they say, wait for the snap, but make the play. You don't want a penalty to be the way your season ends. The winner goes on.
Wanted to see what the Green Devils were lined up in. Greenville had everybody lined up at the line of scrimmage in every gap. And everybody was coming.
59 seconds left in the game and in the season if Greenville doesn't get a stop here. Undefeated, 11-0. Upperman, 13-0. Greenville, more points than Upperman, but Upperman doesn't play that type of ball. They've got a very well-executed team. Upperman still has a timeout left. They could still try to draw Greenville off sides here. Greenville with everybody in the box. Chafin out of the shotgun, 4th and inches. Here comes the snap. Chafin goes right. Chafin got the first down. And then some to the 30, to the 20, on his feet to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and down to the 9-yard line. And the Upperman Bees will punch their ticket to Chattanooga next week against either Pearl Cone or Haywood with that run by Brosden Chaffin.
They did the sweep, same play that worked the last on 3rd down and 12. They go for it on 4th down and inches. He breaks it down the sidelines, gets down, ran through one arm tackle, and sets Upperman up with a chance to go to the state title game next week in Chattanooga.
Upperman has it 1st and goal at the 9, leading 20-14, 25 seconds left. They need only take a knee. Greenville can call a timeout and stop the clock. As Chaffin will take the knee. And that will be it. What a great game by the Upperman Bees. They deserve the trip. They are getting to Chattanooga next week as they played a fantastic game tonight in the state semifinals. And for the first time in 4 tries, Upperman will go to the state championship game against either Pearl Cone or Haywood. Greenville's season comes to an end 11-1 as they played a tough Upperman team tonight that just had the upper hand all night long. Your final score, Upperman 21, Greenville 14. Back to wrap things up as you listen to Green Devil Football on WGRV, WIKQ, and online at greenvillefootball.com.
Whether your regular beauty counter has disappeared or you want a beauty refresh, then it's time to visit Merle Norman. You can depend on Merle Norman Cosmetics to satisfy all your beauty needs, from advanced skincare solutions to the latest looks and color. We're locally owned and ready to help you with expert guidance and award-winning products. No wonder we've been the go-to brand for millions of women since 1931. Visit us today at Merle Norman Greenville, Eastgate Shopping Center on Tusculum Boulevard.
At Apex Bank, we offer competitive loan rates, and we want to help you lower your payments. We offer small personal loans, automobile loans, home loans, and financing or refinancing based on your needs. Need help taking on your renovation or remodeling project to make it fit your budget? Let our experienced team at Apex Bank give you financial peace of mind. Visit one of our 7 East Tennessee locations today or visit apexbank.com for more information. Apex Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's important to have a good doctor and a good mechanic. A trusted doctor for your good health and a trusted mechanic for your automobile's maintenance and repairs. Now, you can pick your own doctor, but I'm going to suggest the mechanics at USave Auto for your automobile's maintenance, like oil changes, alignments, brake jobs, and computerized tune-ups, plus electrical repairs. They can do it all and offer 24-hour towing service. They've been your local U-Haul dealer as well for over 30 years. USave Auto, 1108 Stabs Ferry Road. And while you're there, check out Greenville RC Speedway, located next door.
At Marathon Quick Stop Markets, they are always looking for ways to help their customers save. So this month, be sure to stop in your local Marathon Quick Stop Market and take advantage of these great deals. Monster 16-ounce drinks, 2 for $5. Jack Link's Beef and Cheese, $1.99 or 2 for $3.50. A Lady Coffee, 2 for $5. And Quick Stop Steak Biscuits, 2 for $3. All of this and more available at your locally owned and operated Marathon Quick Stop Markets. Run in when you run out.
The roar you hear comes from Baxter, Tennessee. The fans of the Upperman Bees traveled, a lot of them, to Greenville tonight to watch their Upperman Bees improve to 14-0 and earn the right to go to Chattanooga next Saturday and play in the 4A state championship game, 11 a.m. at Finley Stadium on the campus of the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, as the Upperman Bees win here tonight 21-14 over the Greenville Green Devils. You're listening to the B. Wilson Insurance Agency post-game report. Back right after this.
Hey fans, it's B. Wilson at B. Wilson Insurance. It's football time in Tennessee. I hope all the teams have a great season and have fun playing the game. We at B. Wilson Insurance offer a variety of health, life, dental, vision, Medicare supplements, prescription drug plans, just to name a few. B. Wilson Insurance is located at 506 Justice Drive or call us at 525-4149. Go teams!
Yeah, go with Canada.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about the great real estate and auction player of the game. Bill Brown and his crew at Great Real Estate and Auction there for all your needs, depending on what you've got to do. If you're looking to sell property, disposition of estate inventory through auction and consignment, Bill and his team ready to go to work for you. Call them today at 525-5341. I will give the player of the game to Corbin Cannon. Corbin, Pat, tonight, 13 of 18, 205 yards for the senior. Kept the Green Devils into it.
Yeah, on a night that Greenville could not get anything going on the ground, it was the senior quarterback that stood in the pocket, 13-18, 205 yards, a touchdown with two picks. Just a great night throwing the football for Corbin Cannon. Just a tough night for the Green Devils overall.
We will take a break and be back right after this.
You'll find Black Friday savings this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Robert's Furniture.
Enjoy 30% off all Restonic and Spring Iron mattresses on Friday only and 20% off on Saturday and Sunday.
We have power recliners, children's recliners, and over 200 Lazy Boy recliners to choose from, and select Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster mattresses on sale.
We have a Candleberry Christmas candle free with any purchase at Robert's Furniture and Mattress Gallery in Town Square Shopping Center.
Got a vehicle you want to sell? Johnson City Toyota will buy it regardless of your vehicle's age, mileage, or condition. Johnson City Toyota will buy it. We're the Tri-Cities official Kelley Blue Book instant cash offer buying center. So you can go to the KBB site and see what your vehicle's worth, then bring it to the dealership to firm up the offer. Often we pay way more than the quote you got online, and there's never any obligation to sell. So if you have a vehicle you want to sell and you want to get the most for it, Johnson City Toyota is for you.
See dealer for details.
Hi, Mike Harold here with a message from Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter is a big city name, but we are actually a locally owned and family-operated business. When we come to your house, we bring state-of-the-art equipment and technology from Roto-Rooter to fix your problem right the first time. Roto-Rooter, often imitated, never duplicated. Call 636-ROTO. That's 636